welcome to the Harbinger Tourney, an epic tale for the early adventurer. Got it right that time. Last time we left off, we had just been to the Church of Lyra. Following that day, you had gone to the feast the night prior, where you met with a few people, heard some rumors, and you also were interrupted by Lothlander, a cleric who had lost his way, who tried to bring ruin to the ball by summoning these shadowy beings and specters. You guys fought your way upstairs, defeating them, and managed to interrogate him, not before Bjorn, the commander, took him away, and you guys went to bed. That following morning, you were then interrogated by Bjorn, and said that if you were to, say, look up, be at the scene of the crime again, he would take more extreme measures, and as a precaution, took you down to the dungeons to meet with Lothlander under a zone of truth to determine if you were telling the truth, which you were. You then, it's about 10 a.m. and you guys decided to go to the Church of Lyra, maybe to touch some base, find out some rumors. William entered and was abruptly thrown out after said scuffle. We also had Gregory and Alupine head in there to prayer, and we have Olivia currently outside. And that's where we're currently at. It's about 10 a.m. It's the fourth day of the Harbinger Tourney.
Which goes for how long?
7 days.
What happens at the end?
We'll find out. Loki just like...
Well, actually, oh shit!
And you did it. No, the fourth day, and yes, so it's about 10 a.m. Currently, you're in the interior, and you're currently just either finishing your prayers or mulling about. Gardain is just walking about still. He seems to be glancing at you every now and then, and after some time, he comes to approach you, and says, "Where will you go now? What is your next part in this?"
I think I've got some reflection to do. I would like to consult with my peers. We've had a grueling 3 days, and I wonder whether there is yet learnings for me to have learned in remaining here.
That's a fair thing.
Yeah.
There's something about you that, I don't know, it's something familiar. It's interesting. You see and hear so much, and the whispers of scared men and women, and I'm glad that my life's works here is doing some good in the world, but I just can't help shake the feeling that we're not out of the woods yet. Something is still coming. Although the dragon Danzeth is gone and his terror has ended, with last night's supposed rumors that Lothlander had turned against us and attacked us free-willing, then I fear that we're not out of the woods yet.
That there's danger yet to be uncovered.
Aye, that there's at least something to be uncovered. I'm not sure what it is, and if to what is heard is true, then I fear for Lorien's people, and I fear for everyone.
Is there work here to be done?
Not here. Something about you is familiar. And I don't know why I tell you this, but to the south lies the ruins of Arkantor. The rumors of last night said he used an artifact of some sort of orbic nature. Perhaps these are the orbs of Ioun stones, long-lost treasures that were locked within the old days.
Waggles? No.
No, it's not the dog you were given. It's not the dog you were given. It's a good job.
To the south lies these ruins of Arkantor, and atop it the southeastern tower, which is now guarded by the mages of Alistar under Magus Urel's wisdom. Many an artifact have been recovered from that site, and it sounds as if the power that Lothlander carried would originate from there, or at least stem from there. We call them Yothril, and some tongues they're called the Ioun stones, or Iron stones. They're seemingly inert stones, but they help you concentrate and emulate your magical abilities. I used one to help build the church you stand in today, but their origin is unknown. I don't know why I tell you this, Alupine, but something about you feels familiar. Perhaps when this is all over, you and I could discuss some things over some lilac tea, of course.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Being
Lilac,
the-
an aphrodisiac.
Lilac tea.
Lilac's
Chill.
the flower you're meant to get. That's the idea.
Ah. So if I want to date this dude, I gotta go get the flower.
True,
first.
true. If you want to date him.
Huge.
The holy man, sure. He
Dating's more than sex.
he kind of he takes a second to think about what he said, and he feels like he's let on too much, and so he just dips his head slightly and.
Is he like slightly embarrassed? Is
Not
his
embarrassed,
cheeks
he
reddened
just-
at all?
No.
Okay.
How old is he?
He looks probably like 30 to 40,
Oh,
perhaps.
is he? Young.
Okay.
Okay.
Bit young.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You
I
could-
thought it was like
Gregory.
65
Okay,
or something.
okay.
Heavily clad in like robes, you can't tell the exact race. Perhaps an elf, human, but he looks to be around 30 or 40 years
Or
old.
6 dwarves.
Or 6
Six
dwarves.
dwarfs,
And a
yeah.
gnome. And a
And a
gnome.
gnome.
He's not a gnome. He's definitely not a gnome.
No.
You can tell pretty sure. That is not a
You like you match your height and you're like,
You're like, hold on. Hold on. No, he's not a gnome.
No, not gonna
Do
be
a check to see if he's a
Can I
gnome.
roll for gnome sighting?
gnome sighting.
It's a D12.
It's
It's a 1.
It's also a
She
D12.
doesn't
So
know.
it's just blurry vision.
Again, it is also a D12.
Make sure you read D20.
Make sure you use this one.
It was a
was a
joke roll.
While-
It was a joke roll until it's not a joke roll and
Oh
we're
my
facing a
God.
monster and we roll a D12.
And then
fair.
you can roll again.
That's fair. While you're having this conversation, Gregory, what are you doing in the temple? Are you finishing your prayers? Would you like to talk to
Yeah,
anyone?
I'm finishing up prayers. I've done the damn thing. Whatever that is. I've made peace, my God.
Which one is that?
Yeah, what's your god?
Did Gregory say a prayer to Gregory?
That's what I
need
was
to know.
doing.
It's
Is it
what I
in
need
the
to know.
backstory?
It is.
The
Is it
level of
wisdom?
Incompetence is staggering.
You know what? I don't know.
Ogma?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure. You're currently in the Ogma rings, which is like the...
Truly a strong
The-
character choice.
Okay, what god is your god?
My god is me.
Fair
My
enough.
god is me. I've made this very clear.
You
Yeah,
say you
finish
pray,
up,
you pray to a god. You want?
I pray to a god. I'm pan-religious.
Nice.
I sleep around.
You just want to see what's out there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not ready to commit. I don't think.
Well, in a world where gods are ostensibly real, I don't
Yeah.
think that's a bad idea.
No.
Exactly.
This is the natural
around.
good.
Like in
Oh,
this, in our world, maybe you should.
I
commit.
pledge no allegiance.
Oh, no.
So yeah, there's current shrines, and you say you pay homage to a few of them, or perhaps one in particular. We can isolate it.
Yeah,
later,
it
but,
would be nature, like a nature shrine, like
Sure.
a nature god.
Oh well, this whole temple's nature with Lyra, being
exactly.
the goddess.
It's a lot of nature.
So while you complete that inside, outside, William, the guard unshackles you and puts you down and kind of like stands.
How tall is he?
5 foot.
I'm
5
6
foot
foot.
0?
So he picks me up and he's like, picks
He's like
up.
no, like he like you're currently manacled
Oh,
behind,
he's
and he
tall,
manacles.
he's
In,
wide.
when you said puts me down, I thought you were like,
No. Kind of like
That's
you
really
let it
funny.
happen. I don't think you struggle. You don't like actively go against
I
it.
can't do anything.
As he finishes and puts the manacles away, he says, "No more funny business, okay?"
I minor illusion with my best spelling of funny business.
roll a performance check.
It's an 8 plus 2 plus my charisma. It's a 13.
As a sparkle.
F-U-N-N-E-Y.
He kind of like puts his hand out and like lays it out a little bit, like that.
I'm fine with that.
He kind of then
Yeah.
like dips his head, takes about 20 feet back, and kind of is just like carefully like surveying the area while keeping an eye on you.
Yeah.
Not intimidatingly, but just making sure.
Take a moment to look at my hands.
Livia, you're currently whereabouts? At the front of the church, to the
I
side?
followed as William was escorted out. I was like, always going to follow the chaos. Just going to see what's what.
So-
I've enjoyed the funny business. Funny business.
Can I speak to Olivia for a second?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
What's up?
I don't know why I keep doing this.
I don't know either. It appears to be a tick at this point.
But I mean, like, it feels good.
Feels natural.
Yeah,
Feels
it's
correct.
just coming out of me.
Can you actually actually write, by the way? If you don't put a pen in your hand, could you
Yeah,
write
no,
things down?
like I can definitely write. I've got the skills to write.
Just need to know if you're burning spell slots on this or not. Because we could perhaps with some butcher paper and some yieldy textures achieve a similar effect without you constantly.
Look, I don't quite understand what a spell slot is.
That much is clear.
But it feels good, doesn't feel too bad. I just think it's...
Look, it's good, clean fun.
Yeah.
I'm just worried.
Is minor illusion a spell?
No.
Good. I was gonna say.
That was my concern.
Yeah, cool. What else is going on around us?
So currently there's a few people moving about. We'll say you two have finished within the temple and you move your way out. You notice to the side there seems to be a bit of a commotion. You can't tell exactly what it is, but there's some voices nearby and they go down. You hear like a high-pitched voice kind of like call back, and you can't find out exactly where it is, but there's like a few trees behind. You can see some moving
Oh, wait, so
images.
like behind the trees, the voices?
Yeah. You hear like
You see some voices?
Yeah.
high
hell
pitched.
yeah.
Again, this is still like quite in the open. So the people walking about, people taking on their business, but it is the outskirts of the trade district. So there's not, like a huge hustle and bustle. It's very much people just walking towards the church and coming out of it.
For me, could you do the sound?
Stop it!
Oh no! Oh, we break into a run. Yeah.
I don't know.
This-
Voices,
Oh, okay.
mumbling.
I'm so sorry.
Well, are you playing it outside?
Yeah. You come out and you hear
Oh.
this too.
Alright.
What was that?
Roll a perception check.
Did you see that?
Roll a perception check if you're actively trying
I
to
definitely heard it.
Silly.
make sure we're all rolling d20s.
17
What
plus
was-
5,
what's-
20,
Whoa.
22.
17 plus
Okay.
5,
You can just do
22.
hers.
Cool.
Why do you get so much
So
perception?
Olivia,
know.
because she's a rogue, and she's very good at
So
listening.
So what stat is perception?
It is your wisdom.
Ah,
My wisdom
wisdom.
is already a 3.
I roll a
only get
10.
+2.
The door.
So you guys are currently trying to hear it out, but the wind kind of hits your ears. You manage to angle yourself so you can hear it. You can hear and see with that high check that there seems to be a young woman being bullied by a few other individuals. They seem to be ganging up, not in a fighting way, but definitely in the words. And you can see that through the trees. One of them seems to be having like flowing robes and a royal crest of some sort, while the woman seems to be lesser or perhaps not as
Regal.
regal. Is
Let's
the
go
right term.
bully some women.
Come on, come on. Come on,
I'm really
guys.
sad I got that on camera. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. The beginning of a Lifetime movie is in progress, guys. Let's go.
you
And
guys-
I start fucking booking it in the direction
So
of...
Olivia
What did you
just-
hear?
just takes off.
There's a young woman being dunked on by some older, more wealthy dudes, and I don't like the look of it. And I'm just running.
And we're right behind
I'm like,
her.
dunked on. Sick word.
So you see, you come up and you can see now as you turn the corner, Olivia first. There's 3 individuals, 2 men, 1 woman. They seem to be in their teenage years. They're not older.
Oh,
So
And
real
it's-
quick, is it like that
cool.
scene in The Breakfast Club where they all skid around into the hallway? And I'm Molly Ringwald in front.
1, 2, 3, and then Gregory from behind.
I do a fully sick flip and land in between the
Fuck
bullies and
Roll
the ladies.
So it's-
acrobatics check.
It's teens.
Yeah,
teens.
the teens.
Oh my god,
Sure, but
this
it's
is
still
so
a fully
lame.
fucking sick flip.
We're so lame.
A
As if we're
dexterity.
breaking up.
Acrobatics
teenage
if it's
bullying
Oh yeah,
session.
acrobatics?
Yeah.
I know you're
They
aware
gotta
of
know
what
it's
teenage
not
boys
cool
are capable
for-
of.
As a teenage bully,
Everyone shut up, I'm doing a flip!
Olivia, as you come around the corner and you two follow closer behind, Gregory, you see the perfect opportunity.
Oh god.
And you kind of like bounce off a tree,
No.
jump up
No.
straight into the middle.
No.
You land it, but the momentum's too much. So you roll and tackle one of the other individuals, and you kind of like land on the ground slightly.
And I like, as I do that, I say, "Who's next?"
And you get back up straight just.
And yeah.
Wait, does that person have to take damage? He's a giant.
Sure. It takes, I need a pencil actually.
We only have the one.
Thank you. Oh really? I should get you some pencils. You'll say you do 1 point of damage as you
Oh,
wind him.
Wow.
And
that's
he
a
goes
commoner. That's like
to the
12
ground.
That's a lot of his vitality.
It's a lot. It's a
I
lot.
was like breaking a couple ribs.
He stands up, fixes himself, says,
My father will.
I don't know.
he runs off. The other two, the woman and the man, look to one another and they just bolt.
Can I use Mage Hand and try and grab his foot and trip him as he runs?
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll an attack roll just to see if you can manage to hit him with your charisma with your attack bonus.
So
+5. I think it is.
+5?
Yeah, because it's 2 plus proficiency +3 charisma.
That's 14.
14. Yeah. So you don't know. You're concentrating on Mage Hand.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just like, huh!
You
And
do
I
that,
shout,
and
"Eat
your
slugs!"
hand like comes out. This
We
blue
can't
ethereal
because
hand
they're untenable.
grabs his ankle and trips him and clams to the ground.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna kill the guy.
You grab onto his pants as well, pulling them down slightly, and he's adaxed. So
Can I
he
smack
runs.
him on the butt?
No, let's not.
I'm 19!
He's still a teenager.
He is
That's-
still a
Are
teenager.
you 19?
Yeah,
And
but
you
he's,
see-
he's over 18 and
There's a line.
there's a line.
You see this boy run away with his pants between his legs, like crying, and the other one's crying, and the other one's running after them. And the girl that was being bullied on is just laughing. She's
I'm
crapping
crying with
herself.
Hell
laughter.
yeah.
I'm
She's-
tears.
Oh my god! What was that?
Hell yeah.
Oh god!
Those are your stars! And I flex. I do a front double bicep.
I tell you what, that was not expected. That was phenomenal. The All-Stars. Oh, look, thank you. I'm sure I could have handled myself, but that was so funny. The way you took those High Lords and you showed them what's what.
Wait, High Lords!
The whom? The what?
Roll a perception check.
2 minus 1. 1.
7 plus 5, 12.
12?
12 as well.
12. You're seeing that you look over and you can just see in the faint corners as he dashes behind a tree a green emblem, which is similar to the ones that the guards wear.
Oh shit.
The fact of the matter is that if anyone were to wear that, they would be of the royal house of Lorien, perhaps, or something like that.
So,
I completely missed.
Oh yeah, no. That's one of the Lovelace cousins.
What were you doing in the woods with some High Lords?
They like picking on us riffraff. I don't understand it.
oh yeah, I've seen Aladdin. Listen, we messed up. We probably shouldn't have done that. But remember our names. We're the All-Stars.
We're the Pole Stars.
The Pole
Stars.
We're Fernando's Pole Stars, brought to you by Tim the Taylor.
Are we still brought to it by Tim
No,
the
I
Taylor?
just like
How
it.
long did our
I just
sponsorship
like
last
Fernando,
for?
quiet
Just like
right now,
that.
does a little guitar strum in the background.
Jesus.
Sorry, I was busy before getting some drinks.
Yeah, that's all a fantasy Gatorade.
I don't like churches. They're not my thing. So
You were the
Fernando, we fought a Lovelace.
no, I saw it. I saw them and I stood back while old mate Gregory here.
Yeah, whoops. Listen, guys, that one was on me.
Look,
I say
no
we-
one can pin it to me.
Listen, I say we all lay low for a couple days to cast a sky self on each other. My name is Fred from now on. That's all you know me as.
Fred, what?
The woman introduces herself as Sarah. Sarah Doreen. And what are your names? You said you're the All-Stars, but...
Fred.
Right, Fred, but he called you Gregory, so I'm just going to call
Wilma.
you Greg.
Undone, hoisted by my own petard.
Sorry, can we go back to this joke? Because that was so much better.
Thanks.
That was just, woo!
What joke was it?
Wilma.
Oh, I'm Will T. Spinach.
Right, well, that's good to know.
My name is Ali Pine, Sarah. It's nice to meet you.
That's really your last name?
No, I was using Sarah's name.
That was a weird case.
I rolled for confusion.
Ali
It's a
Pine.
17.
Sarah.
I'm very confused.
She says, well, thank you again. She stands there awkwardly. You four seem pretty, not royal or anything.
Wait, what does that mean?
You don't seem stuck up like the rest of them,
I'm
okay?
wearing some fucking sick clothes. Got this shit tailing.
Oh, you're still wearing your...
How ripped up is that from the
Am I
fall?
still wearing that? Yes, I am.
The latter, ever so slightly.
Well, no, I've as you might recall,
Oh, wait.
I ripped them off and have given.
That's right,
Sewed
that's
them very badly back together. It's a work in progress.
You can't wear that unless you're wearing armor on top, but you don't wear armor, of course, so you can still wear your
I'm
finery.
absolutely
Then she says, "What royalty are you to help such a poor person like me?"
A good one.
Oh, that's good to know.
We've got a
I tell you what, I'd like you to introduce you to my father, if that's all right. He can use some.
Jesus. Sure.
He could use some spirit lifting, I guess. He's an old knight, you see, and well, he came here wanting to partake, but he's got a wound and he can't do it anymore. But maybe you could lift his spirit slightly.
Or maybe we could heal him.
Yeah, have you heard of healers?
It's not so much
What the
physical
fuck,
damage.
Make-A-Wish
It's,
Foundation.
Sorry?
he's old.
He's old.
Mental illness? Can mental illness be helped by healers?
That's so much worse than my Make-A-Wish Foundation joke.
What do you mean? I'm just asking. In this world, does mental illness an affliction of the body and mind?
If you like, I could show you the
Absolutely
way.
would be.
So she kind of like walks off and she expects you guys to follow,
Yeah, I
and
get
she
the
goes
feeling
around
that's not really
a few houses behind the church. There's a few tents here, and she goes into one of them,
What if we just didn't follow?
and
Well, you
We,
turn and walk
we
the
don't
other way.
have to.
so this Alupine's following the rest of you.
Alright.
You can like stay, like you don't have to enter the tent.
No, I'm going in.
Everywhere we go, we hurt people.
As you enter the tent, you notice there seems to be a large mishmash of different cultures, different items, small things, insignificant things. And meddled amongst them all, sitting in a chair, is this old man with this long nestled beard, this white hair, bushy eyebrows, wrinkles.
He wanted to compete.
He's very, very old.
Was
And
this
he-
your dad or
Young at
your
heart.
grandpa, Sarah? No offense, but he's mad old.
I look around and I'm, you're a lot of shit, old man.
Yeah.
I'm only 43.
What the fuck happened, sir?
Sarah's like, oh, tell them the story.
Yeah.
So he first gets up, said, "First, let me introduce myself. I am Peculiar. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Your
Sarah,
name
who
is
have you brought
Peculiar?"
into our home?" oh, these people, they helped me. I was being teased by the boys again, and they helped me. "And did you hurt those other royal boys?" "Oh, I didn't, but he did."
Listen, it was, how you say, on accident.
"It's all right. I'm sure it wasn't too bad."
Did he take any damage from falling on his face?
No.
Oh, okay.
Good. Like half dead.
Comes home, dad.
Like I said, I was cursed not so long ago.
Oh.
And now I'm forever older. My
Did a
bones grow ache.
Did a witch kiss you?
No.
Does this also mean you will live forever?
But just old.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
Well,
was
maybe
not so long
cursed.
ago. Only a month ago. I was traveling here, helping Sarah.
Listen,
Wanted
your
to show
failings
her.
are your own, old man. Who cursed you?
It was a swamp hag.
I laugh in character. Oh,
I
swamp
don't
hags.
know where
They're the worst.
where
right?
she is, but
Why did she
Presumably
curse
just
you?
Yeah, what did she have
Like,
to
what did you
curse?
do to
we
us?
stayed in
Not to
a
get to
nearby forest, and I believe it was probably her domain. I meant to fight her as she tried to steal our food, but she cursed me instead and fled.
You hate
And now
to
I
see
grow
that happen.
old.
You hate to see that happen. You do, you really do.
Absolutely devastating, mate.
Shocking.
It's
Anyway.
it's good to see such fresh faces, though. Sarah, why did you bring them here?
Yes.
Well, I
Yes,
thought
Sarah, why?
I thought maybe they could compete with me. Sarah, no, we haven't the time for this. You're too young. But if I just
Give her a chance, old man. Look
Wait,
at her.
how old
Compete
are you,
in
Sarah?
what?
she's about 18, 19 years old.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Oh.
my age.
Old enough.
Same
So maybe we have like a Herbie fully loaded
Yeah.
situation going on.
You're expecting
That was a
anyone to
reference.
Yeah,
remember, but
I
you like
literally
that
never
movie.
saw it.
Well, no, the old guy's Michael Keaton and
Yeah, and Lindsay Lohan's
And
like
Lindsay
the up and
Lohan's
coming.
I
Never
wrote,
mind.
Oh
Pecula
my God.
continues.
What's the one where she rides a
I
zebra?
won't let you compete. It's too dangerous.
Also,
That's all you've brought them here for, then I'm sorry, friends, but I'm sorry to have wasted your time.
Yeah, also our branding's kind
Yeah.
of set.
The All-Stars are a very exclusive group. What would you have to offer this wonderful team?
Oh, we have nothing to offer, but perhaps if you like kicking royal butt so much, there's some royal guys in the in the proving grounds. We could teach them a lesson or two.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Probably in enough trouble as it is.
Yeah.
Now let's fight them.
Or
Wait.
not.
Wait. Are they bad people?
Hey, listen,
They're bad people. Yeah, they're the ones who are.
can I have an
teasing.
aside, please? Don't we want to like go to the ruins or whatever? The ones-
Yeah, I don't think getting involved in like a petty high school fight is really worth our time.
It's
I mean,
exactly
if we
worth
really-
my
if we-
time.
Fernando.
If we really want to help this chick, we can just give her some money later on, or I can, to like make sure that she like can get to somewhere where they can fix the curse or whatever.
I'm into mentoring her as an
Yeah.
We
But we already have a
baby
child.
and Fernando and a rabbit and some cheese and a horse. At
Where-
some
If
point.
we keep going like
We
this,
can't-
they're gonna
We'll have
be
a family.
We can't pick up every stray. Let's just call this one good deed and come back to her later and go to the deathly ruins.
Or
How can
we
we-
could not go to the ruins that are
Aw.
gonna kill us, which no one has come out
Do
of.
you
except
know
for
Let's
any-
take her to the ruins.
Yeah.
Let's take her to the
Let's
ruins.
take her to the ruins.
Oh.
Do you
So
know
she
anything
can
about the
prove
ruins?
herself.
Yeah. If
What
you
if
can
she
survive
dies?
the ruins and be of help, we will take on your royal foes.
I'm not taking a fucking meat shield to the ruins.
She's not a meat shield.
If
She's just
someone
an
dies, it's
intern.
gonna be one of you. Or
Do
Fernando.
you know anything about the ruins?
Yeah, you're old.
Blank face. You asked the
Yeah.
older knight.
Yeah,
That's
old man.
You're not taking her there.
No, we're
Surely
not.
No, we're not.
Of course
we're
we're
not
not.
taking her anywhere.
We're not idiots.
Do you want to go to some ruins?
What would it take to lift the curse from you, Peculiar?
I'm not too sure. I've gone to the clerics in the church, and they say there's
A topical ointment, yeah.
there are those that possess such magics, but unfortunately, I will have to wait until they are ready. You see, those only magics can be sourced from high up places, and they require money. Let's just say.
How much money?
How much money? Is it exactly the
And
amount
how much
that is
do you
being paid out
have?
at a tournament?
Do you have private
It's not.
health insurance?
It's not so much. It's not so. It's not the matter of like getting someone to do it. Well, it is. It's getting someone to him to do it. Like
Yeah.
he can't travel far enough to do so. And
What if we brought the hag to him? Could the hag lift the curse?
Yeah, but why would she want?
Yeah, the hag's pretty selfish.
I don't know. You could use your charisma. or
if I
such.
were to get someone here, it would cost at least upwards from, I don't know, 400, 500
Silver.
gold.
Mm.
I would have to put an inquest to Alistair Towers themselves, and with the Harbinger Tourney, they've got enough things on their
Yeah.
plate.
This is why we need socialised of Marines.
Yeah.
Have a 15 gold minimum wage.
Can I look around the
Fernando.
Can I look around the room and see if there's anything of interest?
Yeah, sure. Roll a perception check. While you guys are doing the aside, Fernando says, I really think we should help them. I think
Well,
we should.
what do you care,
would say
Fernando? Mr. Magic Guitar Boy.
Let's just say.
Whoa.
Look, I was once a squire. I was once
You
a
are a
squire.
squire.
It's so rude.
Remember the conversation he had
Oh yeah,
with
that's
you.
so true.
Look, I mean, I hate leaving people in the dust, and this person here is as much normal as the rest of us.
Yes, we have to help him. We get it.
It's moral.
Not so much him, but we can help her help him. I mean, we don't have to get him the money. I mean, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Let's be honest. But we can at least lift his spirits. I don't know.
By
The-
turning
Didn't he
her into the
expressly
greatest.
Yeah.
tell her us not to do this?
Yeah.
Because he's just being a protective dad.
We're not taking a child to the Deathly Hallows.
But
Okay,
when he
to the
wakes up-
jousting! I mean
No!
the proving ring! I mean the murder dome!
Okay, listen.
The proving grounds are, they're not. It's not the melee arena, nor is it the jousting. The proving grounds are like 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 3
Listen,
versus
we
3
could
type
beat
deal.
up some children, or we could go to some
I think we
horrible
already
deathly
have.
ruins.
Deathly ruins. Deathly ruins. Deathly
It's up to you
ruins.
guys.
How many other things have we done that should have killed us?
I'm
So
about
far.
putting all of our eggs in one basket. And we
Let's
take her
fucking
along.
do it.
We make Dad proud by turning her into one of the greatest knights that the county's ever seen.
Okay, let's turn this girl into a knight, sure.
And then let's do it real fast.
Alright,
we'll take it to the scary
Can we do a
ruins.
montage?
How do we take her away from her dad? Do we say like,
Wait, are we going
we've
to the
got
ruins
something
with her?
to show you outside or whatever? Like,
I don't know. How do you want to do it?
Okay,
I think we appeal to
All
human
right.
nature with a PowerPoint presentation.
Dad, we'll leave her alone.
No, let's ask him. Use
Oh.
your charisma
Yeah,
and get into
I
his
don't
heart
care.
and soul. Then why are we here?
I just
Why
want
are
to
we
fight
here?
stuff, have fun moments, and really appealing to some girl's father, a figure of authority is not on my list of things to do today.
Do you know what I'm sensing here?
What if I knock him
I'm-
out?
Oh,
What if I just like a sort of
This is all in an aside, by
Yeah,
the way.
I've covered that.
What if I just like a one clean sort of hit to the chin?
you could destroy his jaw. That's not okay.
I've seen what you can do with your
You
fist.
could,
Is she
if
listening?
you roll a 20, you could kill that man.
Does she have anything to say about
She's just smiling.
What do you
he's
think?
hectic.
Yeah, so do you want to come to the ruins or not? Because I'm not too happy with going to them, but seems like that's sort of where we're...
Yeah,
Drawn
sounds like
something.
fun.
Lit!
Alright, then just go. I mean, who gives a shit
He's
about
not
old
going to
man?
chase after
Yeah.
you.
It's a hard enough time getting up.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'll assist.
Can I do it with disadvantage? Because I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to.
I've got a 15 for advantage.
Charisma 16.
16. She like looks back and he's currently like
18.
almost like falling asleep at this point.
Oh.
He's like, oh, okay, let's go.
Yes!
To the ruins!
To the ruins!
To the ruins.
To our deaths!
That no one else has come back from. What do we think us?
Yeah, well, how many people do you think have come back from an orc encampment on the back of a unicorn? I say we're lucky. Let's do it.
Oh, I don't know about lucky, but why not?
All right,
Let's give it a
so
Is my wild
Also, how
Cards
does
of
anyone
Chaos
know about
charged
the
at the moment?
No one has ever come back. Sorry.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Because people go in and they don't come out.
Yeah,
How
it's
does
probably
anyone know
great.
what is there?
They don't.
No, it's
Yeah,
probably
they do.
so
They know
good
there are
nobody
ruins.
comes back.
Yeah, because people can see the ruins, then they go inside the ruins, and they don't come out. That's why they're deathly ruins.
You don't have to take a frustration.
I'll assume this is what you're doing as you're walking
To
towards
us.
the south.
They could just be mystery ruins. Like, they could be a portal to, like, heaven, and no one comes
No,
back.
no, there've definitely been people come out with
Wait, then why did you say that no one?
no like corpses.
Wait, the
Oh.
corpses?
Like,
Wow.
flung
no,
back.
Oh, they
no.
get reanimated out.
Like like sometimes you might find someone just lying
Like
dead.
washed up on a beach, sort of
Something
thing.
like that.
Okay, let's
and
do it.
apparently they went to the ruins, but you know. So why are we going there again?
I don't know. Seems
we
fun.
thought there was plot motivation to go there. I don't know. I don't
No,
remember.
there was like dark
Plot
sorcerer.
motivation?
No, okay. I
There's
don't
a
know why
dark
we-
sorcerer
Sorry,
we're
Charlie.
hunting, we think, and
Yes.
we think he might be there, but we don't know why we're hunting him. But also, you know, we're sick of the capitalism that's happening here, and we
Okay.
really want to see what's out in the wider world.
Lothlander, a magic cleric guy, got an orbic thing or whatever from the ruins. And so we're
he's
going
been
there.
there and come back.
Okay, so one guy,
Listen,
and now he's
that's
crazy.
enough.
He was a cool guy. We know that.
How
Goes
much
in.
sanity do we have to begin with?
Fair enough. Let's go to these dumb ruins.
We're going to how far away are we?
Sarah grabs her bow and she's coming with you guys, and Fernando kind of like prepares himself too. And you guys begin moving south out of the Harbinger Tourney, heading down a hill. You soon fall deep into a forest, and you can kind of see cresting over the canopy this large tower, being the southeastern tower. So you guys are currently traveling to that corner down there. No, up, no,
Four.
next, that one. Yeah, and the tower's on the
What's
top.
two?
What's
That's
two?
the entrance, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the area, generally speaking.
Did we pass it on our way?
No, you guys entered from the...
We were at 8.
Ah.
Yeah, so now you're going to 2.
No, when we, like, came in the first time.
No, you guys entered from the west.
Oh!
So you can see the southeastern tower can be seen cresting the canopy, but even that falls out of view as you begin going deeper and deeper. Not before long, you see a small outpost You see a small outpost of guards that are just currently just on the, well, I'd say the outskirts, and they're lazily sitting down, and they see you, and they grab their weapons, and they just walk up to you and say, "Halt! Where are you going exactly?"
You know, doing some shopping down at the entrance.
I don't have any Nesquik.
We're doing geocaching.
Well, if you're heading into the forest, it's the ruins, so most people don't come back from that, so...
What?
Are you saying we can't go in there though?
No, you can do whatever you want.
Okay,
You'll
we're
just-
going to the ruins. Bye.
Wait, did you say most people?
Well, all people.
Alright, well then be more precise.
That is
fucking-
also
Alright,
most.
we're going. Take it sleazy. See you later.
Right.
Are they right at the edge of the ruins?
No,
No, they're in the
They're
forest,
just in the
like,
forest.
Oh,
It's,
cool.
yeah.
Alright.
If someone were to travel too
Catch you on
south,
the
they
flippity
would
flop.
shoot
We're
back
out.
the general riffraff
Yeah.
that might.
As we're walking.
Oh wait, can I ask a question? What do you think of those? Did you guys hear anything from those ruins ever?
Could you imagine
I mean, the
going
ruins are further south into the forest. I mean, we've never been there before. We're just stationed here to make sure people don't go in there by accident. If you actually want to go there, then sure.
Alright, thanks, generic guard number 3.
Take care.
He's gonna come back in a major way.
So you guys...
What's your name?
As we're walking down, I go to Sarah
What's
and I
his
say, "What's your name?"
I don't know. What's his name?
We have a feeling.
Well, we.
Merrick.
You convinced me.
Merrick.
Merrick the guard.
And Rosso.
Merrick and Rosso.
Can I give Merrick a kiss on the cheek? Is that
What?
No, no. Change my mind immediately.
As we're walking down, I go up to Sarah and I say, "Training starts now, by the way." And I throw a punch at her, and I'm planning to like stop like an inch from her face, and just want to see how she reacts.
She moves away, draws an arrow, and pulls a taunt.
Yeah,
She's about 5 feet away, and just
But how fast? Like a good.
Would he hit her, or would she?
you probably would have hit her because you surprised her. She wasn't expecting.
I sigh and I go, "Too slow."
I can be faster.
You're gonna want to be.
Yeah.
So what are we fighting down here? I mean,
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say it now. A minotaur.
okay.
I mean, just throwing shit at the wall. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I'll give you-
I come up to Gregory, just as we're walking. Like,
A minotaur.
sounds cool though.
It does sound pretty sick, honestly.
I give him a fist bump.
I'll give you 10 gold if it's actually a minotaur.
So you guys continue moving down. There's a small encampment that can be seen on the outskirts of what starts to be the ruins. You notice small bricks, large stone boulders, just the small things like the civilization's just been crumbled at this point. But the small encampment can be seen just on the outskirts. As you guys continue going further in, the ruins themselves are stacked upon one another with ancient old architecture twisting between trees and vines holding things aloft by only the smallest amount. You can also see large foreign stones and walls rise and fall, producing small caves. And where the structure still stands, darkness within, as if a small room is still there. So you guys are currently probably on the outskirts, currently walking in. There's a cold breeze that kind of like comes through as well. It's very dimly lit, although it is mid-afternoon. No, it's not that. It's like early afternoon at this point. But currently the canopy is so strong that the light that comes in is just diffused and is very, very dimly lit at this point. But you
Probably
can still
look pretty
see.
good for photos.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I feel anything as I'm walking in?
I mean,
sense anything?
it's a bit cold.
The spider sense.
Nothing in
I'm a
particular.
big magic boy now.
Roll a perception check if
Do
you're
I feel any
actively
affinity
looking.
for the magic around? Perhaps I don't know. Maybe a 17.
17.
Plus my what? Wisdom?
Yeah, let's go wisdom modifier.
Or like an arcana check, something like that.
Yeah, I'll let you do Arcana.
Okay. I don't have any bonuses in that, but I don't have any negative in it, which is better than
Cool,
wisdom.
so 17.
Plus
You take a moment to see if you can feel anything. You detain that maybe there's a spell that would help you do this better, but you breathe in, breathe out, and you look around. There's a small cave nearby that seems to be quite large.
with an arcana check.
No, this is more so he's trying to, like, failing trying to feel something, he's looking around. I'll let him use that.
What does your magic see? There's a cave there. It's quite large.
Wow.
You notice a bush move ever so slightly, like but other than that, nothing really catches your eye. You'd have to go into a particular area. There's probably about
That bush moved!
3 or
And I go
4.
over and kick the bush.
Sure. So as you walk over, you kick the bush,
Yeah.
and you hear "Go!"
Oh.
Ha! I've got you!
as you see 2 shaped men jump out, and you notice one person jump out of the bush and say, "I've got you now, right?" Roll initiative.
How close are they?
Give me a rubber. I mean, not rubber. Give me some die. That's what I need.
Some dizzity dis.
20.
Can I go first? Because I'm right there.
I'm gonna -1. Don't you get like the
Yes, I'll give you a surprise
some
round
for 20?
because essentially you just ruin my ambush.
Otherwise, I'm an 18 in terms of initiative.
All right.
What do they look like? Who are they?
What are they?
Just rogues?
Are they gnomes?
Well, give me a second, guys.
What were they
Jesus.
doing in the
Are they
bush?
halflings? They're in a bush. Look pretty small, huh?
I think they're dudes. I think they're humans. They're just
Well,
men.
Everyone's pretty small for
Just
Gregory.
men just having a good time in the secret
How
woods. You know,
which of
you
them
know,
did I
just-
kick?
just
I need to know.
just having a ye olde fantasy grinder hook.
Cool. Who got 20 to 25?
Well, technically I rolled a 20 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've -1 initiative. Can I still use it?
What's? Oh, I'm plus. Oh, okay. I'm 19 then.
19. What are you?
19.
19. Who wants to go first? We'll say you go first.
You
I'll
go
go
first.
first
You're
anyway.
up in the
Isn't
midst
it
of
the
action.
most the highest modifier?
At this point, it's okay. I think it may be like in the
Still
heat
me.
of battle.
You take it.
Bum,
you
bum,
buddy
bum. And what did you get? You got 19
19.
as well. What did you get?
I got an 8.
The most dexterous character.
Well, it was 5 plus 3.
Wait,
so
is ability is it your ability modifier is your dex?
No,
Okay,
your initiative.
squire.
It's-
Okay, no, I've got
your
it.
initiative
Yeah,
is
cool.
Alupine.
What? Plus 3, buddy.
Cool. So currently, Livia, you've just seen William walk over to a bush, kick it, a man say "ah," and then 2 people move out from behind the bush, saying "I've got you now," and another person in the bush stand up and they're ready to
3 of
strike.
There's
them?
3 of them.
3 of them.
Oh wait, did they move? I didn't realize they moved out. How did they like? Here's my feeling. I
The
kick them
grapevine.
and I see them, and then we're in initiative, right? Do they get to move out before we start the fight, or can I do a
Well, no,
spell?
they're not all in the bush.
Oh.
It's one of them.
I
2
thought
of them
there was
move out
3
from
of them
behind
in the
side.
bush.
No, they're not all in the
Yeah,
bush.
just having a real good
turn around. halflings.
How big are they?
Livia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take that nasty spiked crossbow I charmed out of that dude at the coat check last time.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking shred someone.
I thought it was
I
my
love
turn.
it.
What happened?
No,
No,
Livia.
it's
Livia is
I
just
rolled
always
nat
aware of the
22.
situations.
What?
20 plus 2.
Oh, shit.
What are you
It's
doing?
the least important roll. Yeah, whichever one is like the middle one, I guess. Whichever
Cool.
one looks most important. I'm just
So
gonna-
there's currently one of them in the middle has a book chained to his side and is wearing the same cultist robes that you've seen before.
Ah, shit.
The other 2 individuals, you
Misery
can't.
decks.
They're wearing some sort of robe, but it's not the same one you've seen before.
I want to maim,
Oh,
not
right.
kill, because they could have some interesting info.
Cool.
So I'm going to aim for
Do you
like right side of the
throwing?
chest with my crossbow.
Gotcha.
How far away?
They're probably about 30 to 40 feet away.
Yeah, cool. Alright. 17.
Nice.
17.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit. I think you'll find. I think you'll find, Montfrere. That's gonna fucking hit.
Roll damage.
I don't know what to roll damage.
A crossbow is one. Is it a hand crossbow?
It's a cool
Yeah.
spiky.
It's one. You described it as a crossbow with spikes on either end, so I guess it's a hand one. So
Oh no!
use
So
it
you
to-
can like. Right, I
Yeah,
thought the
so it'd be-
bolts had spikes on
Yeah.
them.
No. Spikes on
You'd
either
hope
end. As
they
in,
would.
like, if,
Yeah,
if
no.
in
I'm just trying to work
combat,
out.
I could-
Do you want it to be a hand crossbow or an actual full crossbow?
Hand crossbow probably fits more with me. If
Cool,
it's short,
because you can
short
take
bow,
another
etc.
attack as well.
Yeah, and
with
it's
it.
got spikes, so I can.
Cool. So
whack
it's like in
into
one
it.
hand, and you can like whack
So maybe
around.
like a dagger. Sort of.
Yeah,
Did you have
yeah,
2? Would be
Not
No, I only got one out of the
1d6.
1d6.
Yeah. And you have sneak attack because you have an ally adjacent to the enemy.
Hell yeah!
I believe that's right.
Oh, it's a 2. Never mind.
That's all right. And roll another d6.
That's a 6.
And then plus your dexterity modifier.
Plus my dex modifier is 2.
So 6 plus 2 plus 2 is
10.
10 points of damage.
Oh,
Wow!
shredded this
Well,
thing.
shit.
R.I.P. Your right lung.
So you quickly pull out the already loaded crossbow and you shoot it and it goes straight into his side. And it just sinks in about 3 inches.
Oh, R.I.P. your right arm.
Yeah, near his heart. And he looks up and he sees the 4, 6, 7 of you. And is preparing something. Next turn,
Fernando?
William.
No,
Can I get-
Fernando,
okay.
us 4.
6.
Oh.
The one
Jonathan.
behind you.
I need a little bit of context in this space.
Sure.
Okay, so this is Olivia back here, and the rest of them are back here, right?
Oh, that's smart.
This is me. This is the bush. This is this guy here in the bush.
Yeah.
And then there's like one guy here and one guy here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
If you look at it like that, they're like
Yeah, yeah.
fallopian tubes.
Mm.
Sorry.
Can I take a step over here and then use Agazana's Scorcher, which is just like a 5-foot beam of fire that comes from my hands and goes
Yeah.
straight out to hit both of them?
Yeah, but as you move to the side, you notice the fanatic reeling back from his thing, sees you move, pulls out a dagger, and just tries to jam it into
Ow!
your
With his fucking... No way.
Ooh, an attack of opportunity.
So when William tries to think something through, he gets thwarted by trying to think.
Aww.
No, it's a good thing to do, but you know, 16 to hit.
Is that against my armor class?
Yes.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
That hurts.
That
That hurts, my
That
friend.
You take 4 points of damage
Ow.
as he jams a dagger into your leg and just gores it a little bit.
Fuck.
So take 4 points of damage.
I don't have a pencil.
Oh, we have a pen.
I'm not using a pen.
Sorry.
Could you steal
I
that
play
one
for
back, my
keeps.
friend?
I do need an extra pencil, hey. Here we go. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, so what are you doing?
Same maneuver.
Oh, right.
But this time with force.
Yeah.
You made me bleed!
So, blood dealing with your hands, you just...
And like because of the stab wound, I use Tides of Chaos and give myself advantage.
I like it. Do you have the spell on you?
No, it's on my phone.
Can you get your phone out?
It's not. I've got to boot it up.
Oh, okay. Let me...
I cannot use that spell.
Why don't you have the pen because you
Yeah, give me the
don't
pen.
need.
I'm
like,
so
permanent
sorry.
stuff.
Pen.
That's right.
Is it in the book?
No, it's in a different book.
Yeah, it's in the Sword Coast Guide. I would assume it's like D6s because that's fire damage,
no,
but
it's
I don't know.
D12s and it's like.
Is it?
I thought mine just up there, Lou, if
It's
you
real.
want to grab.
No, actually, wait, no, I've got instant connection here. This is exactly where I put this in. Give me a quick second.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I've got it like
Should be,
loaded.
honestly.
Why did you do this?
What's Sarah doing in the midst of all of this?
Sarah's
She's
like looking around. She's got the bow loaded and she's looking around, ready to
Yeah,
fire.
very helpful. Thanks.
she's psyched it out.
You guys got very high initiative counts. That's just one.
What's Sarah
Just
get?
born,
Agonaz, what is it?
I'm so sorry.
Agonizer Scorcher. Is that it?
Aganzzar Scorcher. Agonizer? Is that how you say it?
I think I've heard it pronounced that way.
Sounds like some nerd shit to me.
Sounds like
She says as she plays D&D.
it sounds like some nerd shit. Anyway, I cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
While we figure out what's happening here, next turn up will be Alupine, so
Okay, nobody hit that middle guy because I think I'm going to kill him.
have a think. Okay, here we go. 3d8 fire damage, but first they must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So you don't have to use Tides of Chaos because it's a saving throw from me. So as you bring up your hands, the very earth beneath you begins to bubble and basically catch light as you bring up your hands as a laser.
A laser from my hands! It's 5 feet in diameter! It's over a meter of laser!
Both of them manage to dive out of the way.
But they take half damage.
But
Don't they?
What about the guy in the middle?
On a
Can I
fat
not
throw?
Oh, no, you're right. Half damage,
They
yeah.
always take half damage. So roll 3d8, my friend.
wait, can't I use my Tides of Chaos though to
No,
they die?
only
Yeah, this
only
one.
to attack.
What is this one?
You can't impose disadvantage with it.
7,
7.
Oh.
6,
Oh.
Ooh.
3.
So it's
16.
7, 6, 16, 8
So
points of
they
damage.
both take 8 points of damage.
Ooh.
That's a nice spell.
I used one of my level 2 spell slots.
And how many of those do you have?
2, but I can get another.
So you bring up, and you see the bush just.
It's now the burning bush.
The fanatic like gets out. He's currently got a arrow. He's patting himself out. The other guy manages to get out, but gets hit by his legs. And you bring up the flame, and it manages to arc up a tree as well. And the tree just catches alight as well. Currently, there's the beautiful scorch line going up a tree and on the ground.
Can I photo for Instagram? It's such a fun spell.
That's it.
I want to see that more.
Don't worry, friend.
That ends your turn. Alupine, what are you doing?
I'm gonna chick crossbow at old mate to the left.
Cool. The guy who hasn't been hit yet?
Have we been hit?
No, the guy that hasn't been hit?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Good. That's a 20.
What?
Well, like a nat 20?
Sorry?
Like
Nat
a nat
20?
20?
Nat 20,
Fuck yeah, crit. So roll damage and double it.
That's an 8, yeah?
That is an 8.
Correct.
It's
So-
an 8?
That's an 8. Yeah.
Jules, that thing that I'm doing when they do a dex saving throw, what does that mean?
3, 5, 10.
10 points of damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Wait, so you don't. So you would double. You don't attack twice.
No, you don't attack twice. So you double the roll. So what did you roll?
I rolled a
3.
3.
3, so 6 then plus 4.
Yeah,
Cool.
10. Sure.
So as you shoot, it goes and hits him straight in the stomach, and it kind of like twists a little bit as well, and you see blood come out of his mouth.
Oh.
You notice now the headpiece comes off, the robes, and there's this large ears that come up the back, and this blackened face. It is a drow.
It's a drow.
It's a drow.
Drow. Underdark.
Next turn is the fanatic. So
Ill me, Fernando!
I'm not gonna get any attacks in this. I don't think.
No. You know, believe in yourself.
Just an entirely inappropriate thing to say in this situation.
I'm trying to be more positive.
I can't believe myself more initiative points. That's how that works.
So the cultist looks towards you, the one dressed in Misery Vex robes, and runs towards you and just grabs you by the side, and you feel this pain just enter your body as he tries to cast Inflict Wounds on you.
Ooh. Gross.
Yeah, yuck.
Yucky.
That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Ah!
Just hits.
Oh,
Just
man,
hits.
that's a lot of damage.
Do I get an attack of opportunity or anything?
No.
Can
You
you
take...
away?
Oh...
Oh no.
26 points of damage.
He's not dead.
I was on 16.
Yeah, but you're not
You're not dead.
dead.
Did I have an opportunity to die there?
Yeah.
So he grabs you by the sides, and you feel this pain enter your body, and you fall limp in his
Cool.
hands, and he just tosses you to the ground, and you can see he just smiles to the rest of you as he's currently on slightly fire.
Quick
What's
question.
your max HP?
My max HP is 20.
What were you currently on?
16.
No, you're fine. You have to go over your...
Isn't it half?
Yeah, half over.
But it
You have
feeds
to be
into
at
it.
10.
So if he's currently on...
Yeah.
What are you on, 16?
Yeah,
So he takes negative 10, and your maximum HP is what?
20.
Max HP 20?
You think so?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
The end of wilty spinach.
No.
I don't know if it's exactly or...
But like it's a game, we can write role playing back to life, yeah? That's
Yeah, with magic tears or
I
some
think
shit.
he
I don't
honestly
know what to tell
might
you.
just exactly be
At least I got to use my
DY.
fucking spell.
At least.
oh
No, it's not half. It's your full.
Really? I don't think that's.
Don't, he's God. This is your
You know,
God.
actually, yeah. You know what?
Hashtag-
It's full.
You don't- you don't-
Rule of,
Though-
rule of cool. It's
What are you
not
doing?
Cool. It's
Nothing.
guys.
We'll live.
I'm gonna die so good in this podcast.
I hate Dungeons and Dragons. This is exactly
This feels
why
like a-
this
this
is
feels like a-
Satan's game.
This feels like a timeline split moment. Either we let you die or we
Yeah,
don't.
so this is
could
like
have dire
Dunkirk.
consequences.
Nah.
Ah! Yeah, what are you
Yay!
talking
Yeah.
about?
Players at home, look in your own books and see if Julian's right.
I don't think
Or if he just doesn't want us
Pretty
to
sure
have
it's
to
nice.
drag the corpse of Billy Spinach.
it would be pretty bad. But you fall unconscious. for
Oh
sure.
yeah!
He's so unconscious.
Can I just quickly the time that does I think I was up on Tides of Chaos. I don't think I was allowed to use them. Is there any chance Tides of Chaos is triggered by me falling unconscious?
No.
Okay, I just want like something to happen fun. If I'm gonna die, you know.
This is my fun.
Fair enough. What do I have to do?
Next turn is...
I look at him despairingly and I shout, "We're not even in the runes yet."
the drow brings out his own hand crossbow and fires it straight towards Livia.
Damn it! Oh, just hit me, goddammit.
It's 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
Just.
You take 3 points of piercing damage and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Oh, it's a natural one.
Oh.
Plus 1, so 2.
As it fires and sinks into your flesh, there's a ooh as you become poisoned.
Fun. How many hits of
You have
piercing
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Sorry, how many piercing damage?
3 points of piercing damage. No, 3 points of piercing damage.
I love how we're all like, "Hey Sarah, check out this cool shit that we're gonna do in
And
this
we
room."
all fucking
Then 3 chuckle fucks in robes come out of a bush, knock out the wizard unconscious, and poison our rogue.
Potentially, this is why people aren't coming back into the ruins. It's these assholes being like, "We've got you now." There's actually nothing wrong with the ruins. They're fine. It's these three.
They're a beautiful cultural artifact.
These three dickweeds
Next turn is Sarah. She's in shock. She just
fuck's
What, Sarah? Come on.
pulls up her bow and arrow and just fires at the one that's currently being
She's doing
hit.
great. What do you mean? If she was a boy, you wouldn't be saying
Rolls a
this.
nat 3.
Yes.
That's gonna miss.
So she doesn't.
So and it just arcs over.
Your dad
Fernando.
was right.
Fernando looks around and what's he gonna do? I feel like
That's my
he's
first instinct. I was
Same.
like, fuck.
Same.
yeah. I think he's gonna heal you.
Yeah.
Boom.
Do I come back to life if it heals me?
Yeah, because you don't come back. Actually, no, you do. Because it goes from your like 0, however much it heals you from. So that's good. So Fernando's Billy Crystal in this.
Essentially.
Billy Crystal.
Oh no,
What?
not Billy Crystal.
What are you saying?
You heal 6 points.
Nice.
Princess
Before you
Bride.
come back to consciousness though,
Oh.
as you fall unconscious and you slip, there's a brief moment where the necrotic energy kind of like seeps into you and you open your eyes and you can't see anything. And you hear this booming voice
That's because it's a
that
plant.
echoes out and says, "I've got you now, Dad." But as soon as your eyes like fall blink, they open once more and you're in the forest on the ground and you cough up blood and you see Fernando doing a sick rift.
He's doing Through Fire and Flames on Guitar Hero Master.
Yeah, exactly that. He also continues that and he like does the whammy bar and whammies and it sounds so good that Gregory gets some inspiration.
Whoa!
Yes!
Well, no, wait, yeah, inspiration die, sorry. So,
Yeah.
1d6 on top of your attack
Oh,
rolls.
inspiration die, sure, 1d6.
And it is now...
Wait, is that on top of like any roll?
Yes. Now it's your turn.
Do some murdering, Greg.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to... who's looking the worst?
The fanatic who's been shot and put on fire.
I'm gonna go up with my quarterstaff and just like rail him in the head.
Love it. Do it.
Oh.
Motherfucker!
Hell yeah. What a roll.
Yeah, it's a natural one.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Yeah, I
So-
understand that, but...
that
ducks
takes
out of the
some
way.
it, baby.
Can you use your bonus hands?
Yes.
Whoa.
Your
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
bonus hands are punchy.
Okay, I'm gonna use one key point to do flurry of blows and immediately attack him with two unarmed strikes as a
Pow,
bonus action.
pow. I like it. Straighten the kiss up.
That's 15 plus.
That's gonna
5,
hit.
I think.
That's gonna hit.
And then a 5 plus 5, which
10 points of damage. Oh, wait.
10,
oh.
10. Oh, wait.
10 to hit?
Oh, wait. It's okay. So it's...
Do your damage first.
Do damage first?
Cool. Reroll.
Is it 1d4, I think?
Yeah, plus your
But you get 2 strikes, right?
Yeah. That's 1
plus your dexterity modifier.
plus 3. So 4.
Cool.
Good.
So first hit, straight in the gut.
Yeah.
Where does the d6 come into this?
To help him attack.
That's 7
If he wants it.
plus 5.
So currently 7 plus 5 is 13.
12.
12?
Would that hit him?
No, it's not going to hit.
Okay, well,
Oh, sure, yeah, you roll your d6.
Inspiration. D6.
You roll a 1.
2.
Fuck yeah. So you
Okay.
hit. So you connect with your second strike.
Yeah. And that is a
3.
3 plus 3, which is 6.
6.
Hell
10
yeah.
points of damage.
What I've done is I've grabbed his head and I'm smashing it into my
Both
knee.
hits? Both knees?
No, no, gut punch and then knee.
So
I'm not fucking doing Star Wars like dance moves or some shit. Like
How do these cults
So
me?
you miss, and then you quickly bring down your
Very
fist straight into the gut, and then you
Yeah.
bring down his head and boom, straight into your knee.
Yeah.
He reels up blood, broken nose.
He's
but
not
he
dead?
looks
Fuck.
at you, smiles, licks his lip.
Ew!
Jeezy McCreasy. Okay.
Next turn, is that into your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Next turn is the other drow, who brings out his hand crossbow and goes to fire it at you.
Sickening.
Oh, that's going to be a 12 to hit. Just
Not
arcs
today,
over
friend.
into a tree.
I duck.
Back to turn order, Olivia.
Oh.
So currently there's an arrow in your side and you just feel this urge to retch, but you keep it down, but you find it hard to aim.
Yeah, cool, fun, awesome, great. Time to fire again at I don't know.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, which one is looking worse?
The guy with
The
Done
fanatic looks
everything to-
pretty poor at this point, but he's taken a lot of damage, but he seems to be still pushing through.
All right,
It's got a
well,
smile
I'm just
and
gonna
style.
do my best.
You gonna fire at him?
Aim
There's
at
a
that
smile
dude.
and style.
That's a 14.
Ooh.
Just a 10. Okay. Plus, no, just a 10.
You rolled a 14? Oh yeah, disadvantage, yeah.
10.
10 plus anything?
No.
Why not?
Yes? I
Plus your
don't know
dexterity
what-
modifier.
Plus
And your
dex,
proficiency,
sure.
so
Sorry,
plus 5
Sorry,
-ish.
plus 5. 15.
That hits.
Yeah!
Roll a d6, and plus he's next to now a conscious will.
Yeah.
You have sneak attack.
Wait, the fanatic. He's
Oh,
next
and
to
next to
me.
you. It's a 6.
And
Roll-
sneak attack.
Roll another d6.
It's a 5!
Add your dexterity modifier.
11 plus 2, isn't
There's
it?
a 2!
What does it look like when you kill this guy?
Yeah. Wait,
I
did you
don't
not
know,
want to
I'll
kill
lift
him?
it.
No, fuck him.
Oh, did you want a non-lethal?
No, I want to kill him.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it looks like.
So
I guess
you
I
load it
don't
up?
know where I was aiming to.
You load
His
up
head,
just
I
before
guess.
you're about to retch up. You just you fire.
Do you spill a little bit on your
No,
crossbow?
of
shit,
your
sorry,
wretch.
I don't want. I want a non-lethal. That's right. Sorry,
Non-lethal?
You've reminded
No,
me.
no, I know.
No, because he could be important. If
He
we
could
really...
also kill us.
Yeah.
No.
Fine.
No.
No,
We're not gonna make
He's
us.
just
No,
got-
this is what
Split
you
decision,
guys
what do you wanna do?
wanted. Yeah, I'm killing him.
No,
No, dude.
And it
Dude,
goes
oh,
straight through his
oh.
throat
Okay.
Yeah, he's
and
dead
come
now.
out the other side.
This is what
And
you
he
wanted.
Yeah.
just drops to the
What
ground.
you wanted.
Seemingly dead.
All right.
Next turn is William. You're currently on the ground, your eyes open after hearing some sort of word, and breathing returns to you, but you find it hard to breathe. You look up, you can see the trees are slightly burning.
Jeezy.
I look around.
Mhm.
Do
There's-
I see
there's
one of the cultists?
There's currently 2 drows who are still far apart, just like firing at you guys,
Yeah.
trying to
Can
bring you down.
Can I? Which one do I see first?
You probably see the one that was,
Scorched.
yes.
Yeah. Cool. And I just witch bolt him. I saw something and I don't know what it was.
So you bring out your hand.
And that's with Tides of Chaos.
I like it.
We've actually seen some shit.
I've seen some real tough shit lately. 2d20s.
2d20s.
Ooh, it's a 2 and a 4.
Oh. So, lying down, you try to reach out and let loose a witch bolt. It arcs towards him, but he ducks out of the way, and it hits the same tree, as it is now engulfed and just scorching around.
I just don't want to die. I want to play a game.
You fucking up the tree though.
No, I don't. Oh.
Mad props.
You
to
can hear a quick snap,
Oh.
and the tree begins to turn ever so slightly. That
How
ends-
slightly? Is it gonna fall?
Guess you'll find out. Next turn is Sarah, and she pulls out another bow and just looks around, seemingly people brought back to life, and fires again. This time with a 16.
Yeah,
Sarah.
Ta-ra.
You shouldn't have.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hey.
She lets loose an arrow, and it goes straight into his chest, and he just falls to the ground.
Hell yeah.
Is he dead?
Sarah seems phased. She's like looking at the drow like, oh, fuck.
That's what adventuring's like.
Fernando, finishing his guitar riff, just brings out a hand crossbow.
Whoa!
Fucking Han Solo, just like
Exactly like that.
special edition, just his head sort of somehow CGI like.
And gets a 10,
Yeah,
which
shot
is
first.
gonna miss. So he tries to do it real quick, and it just arcs up. He's like, shit!
Yeah, nice job. Smooth move.
The
That was
other
a-
drow
This is a rough battle for us.
looks around and begins to run off. No one is currently in the medium area. He runs
Who
about
do you work
60
for?
feet. He's behind a few trees. He's got really good cover, but you could still take a shot at him while he runs.
Hell yeah.
That ends his turn. Next turn is Gregory. He's
I'm gonna run
60
after
feet
him.
away.
Well, my movement's 40 feet, so.
Fuck yeah, so you run and dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and dash.
And
And
tackle.
you get... What do you want? Yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna fucking tackle him to the ground.
Fuck yeah, roll an athletics check.
Put your knee into his spleen.
Where are you? Is that you are? Oh, is that an athletics check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can it be acrobatics?
That is an
Of the
18
water, but I
plus 5.
Whoa!
Because I'm proficient.
So you begin running, and you can just see you're slowly gaining on him,
Slowly?
and then you finally get next to him, and you just tackle him from behind.
Hell yeah. Remember
And
the
he just
fucking
falls
time.
to the ground, trying to get out of your grasp.
I'm
this
grappling him.
time. Also, that's your action and movement.
Oh, well, I'm just hot, I've
Well, that,
tackled
yeah,
him.
that grapple is the roller you have, so
Yeah,
he
that's-
can't get out at the moment. That ends your turn. Next turn,
I mean, we
Livia.
could do a strength contest, but I'm
He
proficient
did.
in strength.
Are you proficient in strength?
Your turn, Livia.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Strength
get
saving
over there.
throws.
My speed is 35, so can I get over?
You
to
can
the
spend your
question
action
speed?
to dash,
Yeah.
which makes you move 70 feet, so you could do that.
Yeah, I'm getting over there.
You're about like 5 feet
Got
away.
him pinioned, so I'm gonna come over and see what's what and ask him some cues if I can.
Cool. So you're currently running over there.
Yeah.
William, what are you doing?
How close am I to the guy that's dead?
I
should be right next to him.
You're still prone. Yeah, we'll say like you turn over and his face is right there.
Yeah, cool. I roll over and just start looting his pockets.
Fernando joins you as well.
No, I get first pick.
Just like cutting off toes.
No. You go to do it. It's like, no, you've done well, mate. He puts your hand just back to you.
No, it's mine.
Apparently finding
As
him
this
in
is going on,
pockets.
I've got like him in
What do
like
I
a
find?
headlock. I've got this like misery vex.
Currently
This-
still in combat at this point.
Oh.
Alupine, what are you doing?
Greg's all over the dude at this point.
Sarah's not moving. She's white in the face.
Oh, hectic. What do you want?
Oh, 6.
Oh, there's no
Alright.
point
We
here.
can do that later.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, no, I gesture to Sarah and I offer my hand.
She gingerly moves forward and kind of holds it, and then she single tear, and she just like
Cool.
collapses on you.
Oh shit! All right, okay.
I died.
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming for a teenager.
Yeah, I'm a teenager.
And look how you're reacting.
I'm fine. I just started stealing shit. Laser, guys, laser. If anything, Will G is handling this better than anyone.
No, I take Sarah
Define
into my chest and I cast Cure Wounds, hoping that kind of the healing magical energy can seep through to her.
I think you won't have
Such
to.
a waste.
I say you won't have to
Not
expend
on
it.
you, dude.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
me.
Yeah. cast
You
it
roll
on
that, and currently you've got in a headlock. Now he's going to try and break free.
Oh,
So
I'd
can
like
you
to see
roll
him
a-
try.
Contest. Oh, he gets
Uh oh.
18.
Is it a strength contest?
Yeah. I'll let you use your acrobatics since you've currently got.
Oh
a
no, but
10.
it's the same.
Oh fuck yeah.
Motherfucker.
20!
he tries to get away and he puts his hand out and you just...
I literally just flex a little more. That's all I do. That's all I have to do.
He can't get out. Livia.
Like my resting heart rate is 32. I'm like a mountain climber. Like nothing phases me when I'm in my zone.
What are you doing, Livia? So you've currently caught up and you see Gregory's got him pinned down at this point.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's up, motherfucker? What
You
the
still,
hell
he's
is
like,
that?
I mean, although Gregory's keeping him there, he's still struggling. Like, this is still like a
Is
battle.
this combat still?
Yeah.
I don't feel like combat anymore.
What is going on? What are you and two other assholes doing in the woods? You know, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
He's just trying to get out at this point. He.
Yeah.
What?
I like
Stab
put
it
some
some
pressure
time.
on him.
Stab-
Like maybe break his bones a little. Like just
Okay,
like
I'm like,
roll-
mess him out.
help me out.
Roll a strength check just to
7,
see
8,
how
10. You got 10.
how much he.
Whoa! I got 16 health.
Nice.
Just a straight strength check, no athletics. Just
Yeah.
That is 8.
8. Yeah, he rolls a 4. So as he tries to get out, he moves in one way, and you see an opportunity, and you just clench ever so slightly, and you hear a slight pop,
Oh!
and you feel his shoulder dislocate.
Why is that worse than breaking a bone?
And no, you know what then happens? I put it back in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just pop it back in.
And at this point, he's like, oh, and he rolls on his back, and he's kind of like lethargic, just like in pain, like he can't even talk.
Every time you don't talk to me, Gregory does that again.
Like literally, it's gonna be the.
Do I need to roll a persuasion check? Every time you do that, we pop your shoulder out or back
And it's
in.
gonna be the same shoulder.
The same shoulder.
Every single
Do you
time.
want
pain will
your
get less
tendons
bad,
to
you gotta
be
do the other
shreds,
shoulder.
or do you want to talk to me?
Not saying anything.
Stab him.
Can I roll a persuasion check? Like how much
Roll
more
an
persuasion?
Yeah,
intimidation check
can I?
with disadvantage
Damn.
because he is.
13.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna assist that because I am holding him and popping his
6
shoulder
plus
out.
1, 7.
Is that my disadvantage as well? Doesn't really matter. I got a 3. So.
I get the spike.
I would rather die than tell you anything.
I get the spike of my crossbow and I just pull his mouth open.
Oh!
Jeez, the crazy
If you
live.
did, like if you don't, I'll just, you know, like.
Do it! And he bites down on it, and you see like his mouth just.
Okay, I was like a golem stone statue before, just like a flexing. But even seeing what Liv has done, and this guy, I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm holding this bleeding magician. I'm just like, what the shit's going on?
If you're gonna torture him, why not just crack out the waterboarding?
Yeah, let's
While
waterboard.
while clenching down on that, he pulls out a dagger and jabs you in the
Fucking damn it! Okay.
Well, tries to.
stomach. That's a 7 to hit. So he goes to do it. You see it happening, and you just get out of the
Yeah,
way and you
doesn't
grab
hit.
his arm.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Break his arm. Break his
I
arm.
don't have that much strength though.
Try.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna pop his shoulder out again.
Yeah. Do it again. Every
Roll,
time he doesn't speak to me, we do it again.
16 plus 3.
Plus
Straight.
2.
We
No, it's
can
3.
do this all
'Cause you-
day.
Roll
bro.
damage.
Yeah,
Roll.
you've got
Every
the.
day, bro.
You've got strength check. Ability modifier, don't you?
No, but that's just.
So
saving throws.
as you pop his shoulder out again, you see now there's like blood like beginning to pour up. There's like scar tissue like ripping.
Oh, and then I put it back in.
We can do this all day, every day. It's every day, bro, with the popping out your shoulder.
I'd rather die than tell you anything.
Tear his arm off!
And goes to stab you again.
God damn it! Take his knife off him! I wasn't trained in
That's
interrogation.
a 9 to hit.
Still
it doesn't
no.
hit. It doesn't hit. So
Again,
just
Take
miss
his
it.
knife on
I
him!
get his fucking knife then.
Roll an athletics check.
Oh, God. It's a 6.
He gets a 9. You wrestle for the 9.
I'm holding him. Surely she gets advantage.
You popped his shoulder out and you put it back in.
Yeah, I'm still holding him.
Shoulders
His
in
hands
that
should not be that strong.
He's trying with all his might.
Can I have a
And you
turn?
rest. So currently, you guys
Can we
no,
come
this is,
over
this
now?
is like 10 seconds so far.
What?
Currently, you're holding the back of him. You're got his hand. He's trying to pull a knife away from you.
Yeah.
And
Okay, and I just say to Gregory, bop it, twist it, pull it.
Ah!
You know, I'm gonna fucking rip this guy's arm off.
Rip
Cool.
it off!
Roll
Oh my
strength
god.
check.
Oh my
No,
god.
you have one last chance to give me information, or this dude will rip your arm off.
I don't think you understand. I will literally rip your arm off.
Arm off! We didn't want to kill today, but you made it hard.
Roll an
What?
intimidation.
I think I'm pretty fucking
This time, no disadvantage, just normal.
15
Roll.
plus 1, 16.
16.
What?
I will never tell you anything!
Fine! I'm ripping this guy's arm
Do
off.
it!
I will!
Is this your kink or some shit?
What am I rolling?
The strength check.
Just straight strength?
Yeah,
Wait, is it a strength contest or strength?
just strength.
It shouldn't take that
how-
much. His arm is fuking jelly at
9
this
plus
point.
3, which is 12.
Oh
You
no,
begin
no, I don't.
pulling,
No, no,
pulling,
no, no, no,
pulling,
no, no.
and
I'm not ready for the consequences of my actions.
and you see the blood, the tendon still joined up as his arm is currently off, and he screams out in agony, "Ah!" and just falls unconscious.
Let's revive him.
And with that, we're gonna take a quick break.
We couldn't steal candy from her baby.
For centuries, the peaceful and curious furbolgs roamed. They congregated and thrived in harmony with plants and creatures alike. Furbolgs are naturally opposed to fighting and harm unless provoked and tended to stay in the shadows, away from the prying eyes of those who would take everything from them. This fear was soon realized by their nomadic giant kin. An orc raiding party led by a wicked shaman destroyed entire tribes of Furbolg, erasing them from the map, and centuries of oral tradition and history lost with them. This monstrous shaman believed that as the Furbolg were related to the Fae and Fairies, their essence and natural magical auras could be captured through way of conquest to prolong his sickening life. Gregory belonged to one such tribe, the Furbolg of the Goramo Forest. Gregory's tribe was attacked when he was very young, perhaps 2 or 3. He cannot remember. All he can remember is his parents' last act of selflessness, the 2 heavily injured Furbolgs using the last of their magical powers to cast a spell, Hidden Step, on their child to hide Gregory away from the orcs. However, when Gregory reappeared hours later, he was not a Furbolg, but instead a small, human toddler. Gregory's Furbolg magics has started to kick into gear, and he had instinctively cast Disguise Self. As the days went on and Gregory grew more tired and hungry, a group of monks stumbled upon the destruction of Gregory's tribe, discovering its sole survivor, a small baby Gregory. They adopted the small creature into their temple and taught him the ways of peace and tranquility, but also sick ninja flips, which were fun, apparently. As time grew on, Gregory began to question his heritage and why he didn't look like the other initiates he'd trained and meditated with. Unable to answer his questions, the monks sent him out on a journey of epic discovery. Equipped with a mere walking stick and the very clothes on his back, Gregory hopes to uncover the secrets of his past, the identity of the orc shaman who killed his family, and to one day return to the monastery a wiser Furbolg. I know all of this because I am the very Furbolg who is described in this story. I know because I am Gregory.
We've got Gregory and Livia putting back together Humpty Dumpty. And
Or are we?
oh, are you? He's currently unconscious, but right now what's happening in that little moment is that William and Fernando are looting the corpse. Roll an investigation check.
Oh,
This is me. Sorry, this is how I'm looting it for reference. I'm RPing this moment.
it would have been that. Okay, I'm dead.
It's a 1.
Fernando looks at you, is like, roll in pocket, and he pulls something out, and
Oh.
it's this brilliant gem.
Can I have it?
You did spend my money at the bar. This could get me a lot of money.
I died.
Why don't we see if he's got anything else on him?
I died!
Oh my god, just roll again.
Roll again. 9 plus what? Plus what?
Investigation.
So that's intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
It's 9.
You can't find anything else in the corpse.
I give him puppy dog eyes.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's a 14.
Oh wow, what? Huge.
Tell us what your flow so mean.
Yeah, I got a gem.
He goes to the other. What is on the other cultures so than mine? And he goes to loot the other drows.
I try to
put
beat
a
him now.
Gem of question mark.
Ooh.
What does that do?
We'll find out. Sarah is currently like not crying, but she's just like she's very overwhelmed. And she looks up at you and looks down at you, I should say.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's fine.
just gotta put it.
Yeah, totally. Make it
She looks down, says, "I've never killed anyone before."
In the distance you hear, oh no!
Our screams.
You hear that, and she looks down and says, "Are they killing him as well?"
And in the distance you hear, he's not dead, but his arms off. Oh no, there's blood everywhere.
Oh my god, there's blood in my eyes!
And back to.
They didn't really count. For your first kill, it's not a bad way to go about it.
Oh, what is that? I think it's a.
I think I'm gonna go home. I don't.
Listen, kid, this is what the real world looks like, alright?
Whoa! How you both stepping it out?
Oh shit.
I love it. She's gonna be such a good cleric.
I am not your friend.
I am your mother. No, that's it. This is what the real world looks like, kid. And if you can hack it, and you can hack it well, you'll find a lot of comfort in that. And a lot of glory in the adventures that you could go on, and you could feel the most alive you've ever felt in your entire life.
She's gonna die on this adventure.
She's dead. She's out.
But you can go home, and that's perfectly noble also.
Roll a persuasion check.
I don't really know from one.
Well, like,
Yeah,
do you want?
She's just
What-
She's just laying out the options.
yeah, she's just
Yeah.
telling the truth, man.
Yeah.
She's just telling how it
It's
is.
okay if you're not ready.
It's 7, and
I don't think it's a persuasion
It's not
check.
a-
No,
Persuasion.
I wouldn't say it's persuasion. We'll just say it's. I'll take it as face
That's a
value.
pretty good idea.
She looks at you and is like, I can't. I'm gonna go. I think there's guards somewhere nearby. I'll go with them. And she kind of like looks back at you and just walks.
Did we
Low-key
go
joke.
too hard on this kid?
yeah, maybe.
Sarah's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad.
Do we
Oh,
track
man.
Sarah's emotions in the last hour?
Yeah. I kind of don't want to leave her like that. Like, I don't want to leave her completely
walks,
wrecked.
then slightly jogs, and then runs.
To be fair, this was not our fault.
While this is happening, can I get a little obsessed with the gem for a sec?
Yeah.
I think it's real shiny. I'm imagining it's like a really dark green with like a little tinge of red in it.
No, it's a brilliant white gem.
Okay. No. I'm very like, this is real shiny, and can I like kind of give it a look and
You're
think about
thinking of a jelly baby. That's what you're thinking.
You feel there's some sort of magical element to it, but you would have to spend at least like an hour or so really thinking about it to discern any type of origins.
Okay.
Or perhaps attuned.
Oh, a tune.
With magical items. Well, no, you don't have attuned.
Oh, a
it's fine.
tune.
With magical items, you have to spend some time to work it out, basically.
I put it in my armpit.
Like it. Fernando calls out, "There's 50 gold on this one! There's 100 gold on this one! They're both mine." Puts it in his
I
sack.
shouted, no! Blame me for it!
"Oh, no, I do." And he walks over and he puts out his hand and says, "You're gonna get up. You're gonna lie there next to the corpse, slowly decomposing.
Next to a corpse.
I can inspire you to get up."
I can get up by myself.
Are
I
you
take his hand and I get
sure?
grumpily on.
Aw.
And as I do it, I make a big show of being like, ow, my back.
No.
Hand on my back.
No.
He puts away his opioids.
What are you doing, Alice?
Just a little tune.
I turn to Willie. I say, "Listen, kid, this is the real fucking world."
Shut up, how you bun. Light a cigarette.
Can I have a moment, have a little meditate and kind of vibe? Oh, actually, no. Are there any animals around?
Besides the one in your backpack, there's a few small critters lying about. You take a moment. You can see a bird nearby, just nestling on some earth that's trying to dig out a worm.
Can I try and talk to the bird?
Sure. You can use your divine.
I can just talk to small beasts.
Yep, but you got to use your divine.
Oh, totally.
It's alright. You don't have to roll anything. So
Oh, great,
you
yes,
reach for your holy symbol, and a small aura comes out, and the bird cocks his head. Food.
No. Yes. I have really good protein for you. Ooh, wow. Ooh, and no, it's a little bit of human flesh. And I put it down and I say, it's very good for
This
you.
adventure's getting so dark.
No.
I'm like a raven.
A raven?
I don't eat flesh.
Oh.
Just worms.
Right.
Got any worms?
Can I call out to worms? They're in the
Speak,
worms. Ooh, and I see some and some worms come up and I pick them out of the ground.
Sure. Roll a
worm finding.
just an investigation
Roll
check.
persuasion check on this one.
But come out. There's a bird that wants to eat you.
It's no natural 3. It's a 3.
You try and work out a way you could summon worms. You can't.
Nothing comes to me.
Nothing
Have
comes
I got some crumbs in my pocket?
Sure, you got some rations, some dry rations. Yeah,
Yeah.
you pick it out and it jumps over to you.
That's what this cat is all about. Worms.
How do you like living here? What's it like?
Oh, it's all right. I don't usually venture this far south.
You don't nothing vibes with you. What goes on around here?
Oh, well, not much. That guy just made that tree turn alight.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, there's a few birds in there. That's all right.
Oh.
How pretty's the tree now?
The tree's scorched and
Yeah, but is it kind of cool? Is it edgy?
it's
Oh.
a little bit.
Is it
You can see ever so slightly it shifts a little bit, as if it's almost going to give way at some point, but it's still hanging on.
Okay.
Have you been inside the cave?
Cave. There's a few caves. We don't go on the dragon in it though.
Which one's that?
Sorry, what now?
It's let me think. Oh, I could show you. I think it's easier.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Ah, my arm!
Oh my god!
Flies off and into a certain direction. Then it comes back this way.
Cool. So this bird's going to show us where the dragon cave is. Do you want to come?
Wait, no, are you? Okay, we are 70 feet away.
Mm.
Covered in blood.
Yeah, so we're
Let's
20
let's
meters.
cut to you guys currently with a hand.
Oh my god, Gregory, have you got a rag? Get the blood out of my eyes.
It's all over my white suit.
Oh no, it's alright, we can wash it, but first.
You can wash stuff.
It's gluing my eyes shut.
What do you think blood is?
It coagulates, so you don't.
Coagulate that fast?
I don't know.
Just come like a hose.
What do you think washing is?
No, fair enough. And so he's unconscious, right?
Oh.
Bleeding out.
He's bleeding out. Listen,
Actually, you know what? Yeah, he's bleeding out.
I think the humane thing to do is to kill him now.
Alright, I take my crossbow bolt and I just right in
And
the
as she's doing that, I've gotten a rock, and I'm like, fair enough. No, that was
Slice, and
If
you
you
just
wanna-
hear it.
Oh, it's going to be a crossbow bolt straight to the head, but
Oh, sure. And it just goes into his
So
temple.
you wasted a bolt.
I'll take it out.
You go-
I remove it delicately, wipe the brain off on my many
as you
robes.
begin to pull it, you get a bit of brain mush on you.
Bad.
Just
So
you-
sad.
Ah.
A little bit goes in your eye.
We already desecrated this corpse enough. We might as well finish the job.
Just using your foot as leverage
Yeah.
to get this.
I'm pressing on his good shoulder, just like okay, and then we go.
All right.
What are you doing with the arm?
What am I doing with the arm? I'm putting it down, Julian. I'm not a fucking maniac.
Put it down next to him.
Put
Yeah.
it in your pocket.
It's okay. I put it down
Keep
next to
the
him.
arm.
I say,
You try and
it's
put it
what
like
he would have
That's
wanted.
what he would have wanted. His arm reattached.
you try and put it next to it, but it just
Sort
like
of like
rolls
a
to the
Frankenstein.
and you kind of like just.
I think we should go back to the rest of the.
Oh no shit.
Yes. And we
I
go
am
back
50 feet ahead of you.
and we walk back.
You walk back. You see Gregory covered in a bit of blood, and you see Livia just wiping some things out of her eye.
Carry style, just like.
Yeah, carrying a crossbow bolt that looks a little mess.
Guys, I got a jewel!
Yeah.
Wow.
Love jewels.
Incredible.
And at that point, the bird says,
This way.
About myself.
Oh shit, a bird.
I guess you don't care about that much anymore.
We've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Do you want to continue?
Yeah, well,
Following-
I heard.
Wait, continue what?
Doing what now?
Alupine, do you want to tell us what you're doing?
What did you start?
If we want to, we could turn back now.
Turn back where?
From what? Turn away from what?
No, I'm just the caves, I guess, the ruins. Turns
Well, I
out
mean-
there's a dragon that lives nearby.
A dragon?
I
I'm
didn't.
very perked up from dying.
This is the first time I, Gregory, have heard of this dragon.
It's one of the. Oh, what do you?
No, because Remy has heard about the dragon because he was sitting right there.
Metagaming.
That's what he's
Let's
saying.
keep it non-meta.
Sorry.
Oh, totally. Alright.
No, that wasn't your fault.
Remy.
It was
No, I was saying this is the first time I've heard of it.
Okay.
Then why did you wink at me?
Yeah, I thought there was some like juicy backstory.
No.
going on out and actually.
This is
Alright.
the first time that I've heard of it. Where's the dragon?
Let's go see this dragon.
Let's
Well, let's
perhaps
go
not
find-
fight it, but let's check it out.
Check out that cave.
Because to that bird, it might just be a real big lizard.
we follow the bird.
So you guys follow the bird. You go through a few trees, and it kind of like chirps, and it goes on top of a little cave. You see the ruins nearby, some walls kind of irking out of the side, and you see deep within the cavern just like this darkness.
And a gecko comes out and all like,
In there!
maybe, no.
In there.
In there! Alright, I'm gonna get some food now.
Bye.
Bye, bird. What was the bird's name?
Yeah. Well, none of us can understand
You
this
couldn't understand
bird.
it. All you hear was.
What was the bird's name?
Cheap too. I
What was your
guess.
name? What was your name? Are you channel divinity and summon him back? What was your name?
Oh,
Devon.
Devon.
Alright.
Bye, Devon.
Bye, Devon.
We can't stress this enough. We don't understand.
You
Hey, you spent so long talking to a plant that you couldn't understand.
That's true.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
could.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
Hey.
What
Fair
are
enough.
you doing?
Cast a perception check on the inside of that cave.
Oh, no, let's
without
get the fuck
necessarily
away from
going
it.
in.
So you,
Okay,
you
no, true,
roll a
fair.
perception check.
17 plus 5. 20.
Do you have dark vision?
Oh shit! Yeah.
I do.
You do.
I
So you
assist?
look inside the cave and you take a moment just to let your eyes adjust.
I assist?
You don't need to at this point. You kind of feel like sorry, you can.
4.
You look inside and you can see the cabin is quite small, but there's a small encampment to the right, and it kind of like goes out of your vision,
Encampment. Okay.
like a bank, within the cabin itself,
So
but you
probably
can't
not
see
a-
all the way in.
Probably not a dragon. Probably just people with fireball throwing magic.
I can throw fireballs.
We know. So if you lived in a cave and some nosy birds kept going in, you would probably, make some fucking roast pigeon or something. I don't know that it is necessarily a dragon. That's what I'm gonna say.
Let's go in.
Oh.
It's a pretty small cave, is what I'll say.
How big's the
No.
cave?
How fast can we run?
The
if
cave
it's
is
a
like
dragon,
60
is what
feet
I'm
in,
gonna say.
and then
Like height-wise, I mean.
height-wise, probably like 80 foot. It's quite large.
Oh, you're a dragon. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's go in.
Oh,
Yeah.
there is no way in hot hell I am going into that cave.
We're going.
Alright, that's very fine. I'm gonna be outside.
Really?
There's a dragon in there. Why would I go in?
Well, you let us here.
Yeah, just for fun. I just wanted to know. Just wanted to see where it was. So we didn't go inside, man. Let's check out another cave.
Wait.
Let's see the ruins.
Hey. What if we just tell the guards that a bird told us there's a dragon in here? That'd make sense. They'd be like, oh, the All-Stars, what reputable people to trust. And the Orsar's giving information from a bird.
I just start walking into the cave.
I follow her.
I also follow.
Fernando's gonna look at you and say, well, I mean, if we're gonna die together.
Oh, you're kidding me, mate.
Okay, we were gonna go into the ruins where no one comes out of. Let's go see a
This is
direct.
why. This is why nobody comes
No,
out.
but we're
I'm
not
like
going into the
90%
ruins.
certain it's because of those assholes in the wood.
As you enter
They
the
nearly
precipice
killed
of
us.
the
They killed
cave,
one of us.
who's going first?
Me.
Oh, I'm not convinced.
You.
And
so
I'm a
you,
healer.
Livia, as you enter, you get this overwhelming sense of dread.
I turn
In the back of your skull, as if something is just communicating to you, just dread, and then you feel death and hunger.
But do I feel heat like from a dragon? Like keep walking, man.
Cool.
Whoa.
For those that enter at the same time, you also feel this overwhelming sense of death, destruction,
Nothing's changed.
hunger, just everything.
Strange.
So you continue going in.
Banana.
Yeah.
Alipan, you look out from the side and you can see them walk in. As you turn to the right, you can see this shadow amongst the light that kind of casts in, and this wing that kind of outstretches out a little bit. And
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
I can't see anything. Just for reference.
No, I cast Detect Magic. I think I just cast it.
Yeah, you just cast it.
What do I see with my Furbolg eyes?
Let me find out.
Gregory, what do
Oh,
your thermal guys
God.
see?
What do I
You
see?
sense no magic,
No magic.
No
just,
magic.
just dread.
just dread. You feel like it's as if something's telling you death, dread, hunger,
But
destruction.
it's not a magic thing.
No.
It's like,
I'm gonna do
So
it.
is it just a sense that we all have?
Yeah.
You feel it like something
Repeat.
telepathically talking to you. It feels like
Wouldn't I feel that telepathic magic?
that's not so much magic.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Well,
You're
it's
totally
not
right.
a thing that people normally have.
I don't
Sure.
think
No,
it's
no,
magic
no.
vibe. I think it's just a vibe.
Yeah, but okay, if all four of us feel the same vibe, then it isn't a vibe, it's a magic spell.
We've all
called
felt
a
vibes
contact
collectively.
No, it's not magic, we're all just very empathetic.
That much is not true.
Yeah, it's like telepathy is what you feel.
Okay,
Cool.
there's some...
And as you see the wing kind of outstretched, you turn the corner and you see this small, little defenseless pseudo dragon. A little cave, rock
I've broken
outcropping.
its neck.
And it kind of arcs its head.
I can speak dragon. I can speak dragon.
yeah.
I can speak dragon.
There's not a very good
I
chance
can
that this
speak
thing
dragon.
speaks dragon, but...
I can speak
What's a pseudo dragon?
As it
What
looks
else
up
would
at you
it speak?
you feel this instant dread of fear, and then it stops sending fear, and it's oh, and then you feel happiness, and you feel
Oh, I love this dragon. Let's take it with us.
just general happiness, and it looks at all of you, and it's
Can
and
I
it
pet
kind of
it?
goes on the ground and looks up at you, and it goes towards you, and it goes towards your leg, and it kind of scratches it a little bit.
Can I pet it? Can I
Can I pet it?
talk to it now and ask if its parent or guardian is close by? Oh my god.
Please let me pet it, Julian. Let me pet it.
Oh.
Is its parent or guardian close by?
Julian, you gotta let me.
Roll a history check.
I'm just assuming that I'm petting this
Yeah,
dragon.
still petting the dragon.
Yeah.
It climbs up your back.
nuzzling it. I'm holding it like this, by the head.
Is it warm?
I'm also
7
gonna
plus
roll a
2 is a
history
9.
check.
It's a 9.
9.
I'm also gonna roll a history check because I want to see if if a pseudo dragon turns is that like a regular dragon?
No, it's not. You know for a fact that it's not like a regular dragon.
Oh
Yeah,
my
sure,
god,
sure.
you beautiful. Who's a good boy? Yes, you
So
are.
that's a 14.
Yes, you are.
So you know for a fact that pseudo dragons are they usually like to live in the quiet places of the world. They live a quite secluded life. They resemble a tiny red dragon, so they are related to the red dragon cousins, but they're not so much the natural side, they're more the magical side. A lot of mages might seek these out as familiars or companions or some sort.
He wants a familiar.
Can I have a familiar?
Gotta try and get him on side.
So it's kind of nuzzling your side, then it jumps onto your shoulder since you're a little bit lower, and it comes down and it gives you the sense of happiness, and then it looks to your
What
face,
am I, cut glass?
I eat my words.
looks around, it jumps on top of Gregory, climbs up your back a little bit, claws dig in slightly, And it puts its tail around your neck,
Aww.
and it looks you in the face, and it just nibbles at your nose a little bit.
I love it so much.
And then it looks
Jordan.
towards Livia, and it jumps on you,
Hell yeah.
and it goes underneath like your things, and
a
it like
puppy.
takes off your head cap a little bit, and goes in your hair, and smells it, and it smells disgusting, and kind of like recoils.
Nice.
Oh, you
Can I-
clean
can I,
boy.
like- Do one of these.
And it jumps on your lap.
Wait,
This
wait,
is the happiest Rocky Spinach has ever felt.
wait. Mayhaps that this beast belongs to another mage, or the mages in the forest.
Not anymore.
You feel the sense of idea. If he could convey,
Well,
Correct.
Correct.
then yes, he looks at you and like nods.
Cool, so let's put it down and buzz and get out of here.
No.
Book it. I don't know.
As you like
Wait,
begin
no.
like moving away, you feel the sense of
Refuse.
no, stay.
Okay. I talk to the beast.
Hmm.
I say,
Hey, so those guys, they weren't very good people, right?
Correct.
Oh, so you're like a good dragon.
Yes.
What does it say? when
Dude,
I say-
hey, do you want to join our team?
It regards you all for a moment. Kind of like looks back towards rock. You see there's like a few bones there. There's a few candles.
I do have. Is this a beast? You'd say?
No, this is a dragon.
Oh well. Fair enough. What does it say when I say "Daddy loves you very much"?
Oh, okay. I know what I say.
Confused.
But I love him so much. I want to be its dad.
Strange.
Listen, you don't have to come with us if you don't want, but I think it'd be fucking sick if we had a dragon, is all I'm saying. Just imagine all stars and dragon.
With Fernando Foreshadow? Thank you.
Fernando Foreshadows, all-star dragon.
All stars, Fernando Foreshadow, and the dragon. What do we call it?
Well, no, we have to. No, it has to join
It
us
has
first.
to
We can't.
consent to join
Yeah.
first before we name it.
I'm not gonna kidnapping a dragon
It-
yet.
It kind of like
Again.
like a cat. It turns around in a circle and like sits down on the rock and looks up, and you feel the sense of name it.
Johnny the dragon.
Absolutely
No,
not.
absolutely not Johnny the Dragon. Okay, we're gonna all put in a name, and you, dragon, are gonna run over to the name that you like the best. All right? Okay, so I get out a piece of paper and a pencil, and I tear off a piece of paper for each. Actually, I give one for Fernando, and all four of us write a name down. Okay, so what names do you write down?
Okay.
Have an idea. Fernando goes first, and he brings out a little name. Since this is the one that I created, then, and it says Booker.
Okay, so
Booker,
Booker,
dragon.
I put Booker down, like away from the dragon, and do any of you have ideas?
Yeah.
Okay, I get your piece of paper.
You go first.
Puck.
Puck.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Okay, I take Puck and I put it next to
That's
Fernando
also
for
mine.
shadows.
I'm going in with that one. That's
We have
fine.
two behind Puck.
We are beautiful. We're
I'm going to
proud.
put forth Sir Oodle.
Okay, I put Sir Oodle.
No, but in that vein, I'm going to put down Noodle.
Okay, Noodle, Sir Oodle, Puck. What's the?
What about
Booker.
King Lear the dragon?
No. Okay, no, do you want to
Puck's
replace
cooler,
yours? Do you want to
Puck's
replace
cooler.
your King Oodle with
King Lear.
King Lear?
King Lear?
I will.
Okay, so we take that Oodle, whatever.
Sir Oodle.
Sir Oodle.
Sir Oodle. I want
Noodle.
Noodle.
I like Sir
Sir
Oodle
Oodle.
Noodle Puck the dragon.
First of his name.
I don't actually have one. I just really like that idea. I'm gonna write. Sure, Caliban.
Puck, Caliban, King Lear, and Noodle.
And wait, well, and Booker.
And
Booker.
No.
What
I'm
about
not-
ricotta? Like your cheese.
Oh, that's better. Although,
Okay, so what
we
it does,
Can we change
it
King Lear to
re-
Caliban? Because that's fucking great.
It looks
I
at all
was
the
thinking it
names,
was Caliban first.
and it nods, and it puts King Lear
In the trash.
It puts King Lear, and then takes Caliban, puts it next to it, and then
King
underneath
Caliban?
it puts Puck, and conveys a nickname.
and conveys a nickname.
Like, it thinks like that one, but I like the
Nickname
other one
Puck.
too. King Lear Caliban.
Cool.
Or Puck for short.
Can we call him King Caliban?
King Caliban. Puck.
We've sort of lost a bit
Yeah,
of
we've
it.
lost.
These
the
are a
magic.
lot of different plays
Yeah, this is
intersecting.
so many. Let's
We'll just go with Puck.
Yeah!
Yes, Puck, the magic dragon. Lives.
Puck the magic dragon.
Puck the magic dragon. That's enough.
Lives
we
a very-
got.
Are you doing Red Nose Reindeer?
Right, so we've
Lives a
recruited,
very shiny nose.
No.
And if the other Pucks are...
we've recruited a dragon and Puck. Right.
Wait, no, okay. I have to stress
This is
this.
huge.
Puck, do you want to come with us?
We got a dragon!
Should we look around? Elsewhere?
There's nothing of interest here.
Does he want to bring like a favourite bone or something?
Oh, he does.
Can I carry his favorite bone in my bag for him? With it like sticking
no,
out
it's
so he
his
can.
favorite bone. He
Oh,
has
so
it
he's
in
just
his
gonna have it in
mouth.
his mouth.
I would die before this dragon.
Me too.
And it probably stays on Gregory's shoulder for now, since being the tallest. It'll swap between.
Okay.
What do I have to
okay.
do to make this dragon my familiar?
It's like, I mean, like a familiar is.
Just an animal that's near me.
Do I?
Wait, do I have like any like? Do I say like, hey, go kill that guy, or is it more of a independent agent? If we're in battle and I'm like dragon, go murder.
Oh,
someone.
like you can. No, I control it.
Okay, I turn to Puck. He's on my shoulder. I say, "Hey, Puck, what cool shit can you do?"
We get the idea of nothing.
Flies up a little bit and brings out its little tail, its long barbed stinger.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, does it like unsheath it?
No.
Like a red
It's just a long
rocket?
sting.
Oh, I didn't want you to say that. I really didn't want you to say that.
The looks towards you, and you feel the poison.
Oh.
Like that's now worn off. You see the same green poison that was on the arrow drip from his stinger.
Cool.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, we can sell this.
This poison?
The dragon.
Poison? We're not selling Puck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Why don't you fucking like think before you speak? 'Cause that's
No,
really what
we
it felt
can
like.
sell poison.
So what are you guys doing? You're
Poison
currently.
spends.
Should we go to the ruins? Let's go to the
Yeah.
ruins.
Honestly, wait, honestly?
Why the hell not? We have a dragon now.
Yeah, we traded out some fucking lousy human for a
We
dragon.
traded out a fucking charity case for a bitchin' dragon.
Scared
Let's
piece
go.
of shit.
When we
We
get
traded
back
out a
there,
fucking
let's say hi to her and
make-a-wish
be like,
kid
this
for a
could have
dragon."
been you.
She renamed the dragon Sarah and rub it in her face.
We just roll past you in slow-mo and she's just on the porch with her old dad.
So it's getting on.
his fucking beard or something.
It's getting on for about
What's up?
1 p.m. at this point. So you guys are currently outside the
Had a big
cave.
day.
You're about like halfway through the ruins at this point. Like you're not in the bulk of it yet. You're still like quite on the outskirts. So you're heading further in, further out.
Further in.
Further in.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're in
Uh,
great spirits.
In
So-
for a penny, in for a pound, I say.
As you continue
We're about
going
to
in,
for a pound.
I'm like, can I quickly be like, Fernando, come on, just a little. Just a little
Actually,
song. Just a little song.
May I suggest we go back to the...
we get some healing from some clerics before we go into the deathly ruins because our friend Wilty Spinach almost died today. And we are all a bit off.
it'd take about 2 hours
Yeah, I don't
to
wanna
get
do
back.
Fuck.
Multi-spinach
So
is
if
like
you went 2 before, you'd be about 5-6 p.m. by the time you get back in.
Yeah,
multi-spinach.
but we're going into ruins. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. Sure.
I'd like to be able to see them.
Yeah,
Says the other one without dark.
yeah. Let's go.
I don't have dark vision.
You can take a short rest if you like.
Yeah,
Let's
can
take
we
a
have a
short
talk?
rest.
We take a short rest and play with Park.
Okay.
Be
So
a friend.
roll how many hit die you want to regain.
How many? Wait, how
Yeah,
much?
it's your level.
So
I'm level 3, so I get
you
3.
can roll
hit
3d6 to heal up if you like. Those that spent things can regain them back in a short rest if your class enables it to. During this time, Puck is
Can I have extra hit points now?
absently minded, like kind of like looking out around the place, like as if it hasn't been out for quite some time.
Oh.
And like
Welcome to the big wide world, Puck.
What do you see, boy?
flies up over the canopy.
Gets
Comes
eaten
back
by a
down.
big eagle.
comes back down and like just conveys wonderment, like bewilderment.
Can I take a little bit of my really good cheese and give Puck a little taste?
I don't know, Sam. How good is it?
It's pretty good at this point. We aged it.
Oh, he gobbles it up
Oh.
Yeah! I love that!
and enjoys it.
And I'm like, hey, Puck, if you find anything really good, we can make cheese with it. Just bring it back. We'll make some better cheese.
During the hour of resting, he comes back with a few mushrooms.
Yeah, mushroom cheese!
Cheese making.
You can't just take everything and put the something dragon.
You watch me.
Just you wait.
While this is happening, can
Puck
I...
the flying dragon.
How long is a short rest? An hour?
Yes, an hour. Yeah.
Can I be looking at my gem? Can I have a little study of my gem?
Yes, you can. It is a gem of brightness.
It's a gem of being a hard
Now,
gem.
roll a history check as you make this discovery as well.
It's a gem of looking good.
10?
10.
Yeah.
Roll anyone else who would like to
I'll assist.
to help out with that.
Oh.
Natural one.
Natural
She
one.
gives well.
I just
gives
named
us
us
information.
in your ear.
You kind of say it's a gem
Sapphire.
of brightness, and you
Oh, damn.
No, it got
and
2.
9.
fucking Fernando. No.
What about the dragon?
Can Puck roll?
I just want to know, Julie. I gotta know.
You all take a second after your short rest just to think about
You?
where would that come from.
You?
And then Puck from your shoulder looks at it and says familiar, says it's familiar.
It's a dragon.
And it tries to look at it and think of it, but nothing happens to the gem. And so he conveys hero. He conveys champion. He conveys magical item. He's like trying to get you to think about it. Like,
So
it's from the team the might of Alice.
Oh, it could be from the Might of
Shakes
Alexandria.
like agrees. Yes, you say Alexandra's might. And
Whoa,
agrees.
whoa, whoa!
What are you doing?
I'm just checking about.
So but it belonged to one of them.
Say that guy's name. Say the one.
Oh, the cleric.
Lothlander.
Lothlander, yeah.
Is this Lothlander's gem?
Yeah!
Does it have healing properties?
Thinks and shakes head. Like you can tell that like this dragon's probably never encountered this before, but knows of it.
Murder properties?
Perhaps it can light up a room. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So maybe Lothlander took it into the ruins and then came out an evil cleric.
Because he lost it.
Because he lost his mind in there, or this gem. So I'd say we keep the gem on us at all times.
Damn right.
Can I try and like channel some magical energy into the gem? and see what
Yes, you
happens?
can.
Nice.
Yeah.
As you do this, you get so far and it begins to light up ever so faintly, but you something on the tip of your tongue. There's a command word.
Oh, how do you find out a command word? Just in general.
Can I just start saying words?
Well, you
Can
know.
we cast a command? Would that help?
No. I mean, you know, like for a fact that the command word for your dog is probably Waggles.
Right.
We knew that.
But you found that out from.
It was named
Yeah,
Waggles.
they said it.
Can I
yeah.
hack
This.
You would have to spend them a lot more time.
Can I hack this
What's my
by
favorite dog?
using a discreet use of magic?
Use it once, it's a one-off
Okay.
thing.
No, you would have to probably have a think about this for a few nights before you probably came to the conclusion of a word.
Okay. Well, like legit, that's probably not going to happen. I'm just throwing that out there.
Cool. So you guys continue heading into the ruins, and you notice that now the ruins are becoming more mismatch of trees that have fallen over, heavy stones. There's more caves, more things like that. And before long, you find yourself in a large courtyard, or a large it's courtyard with a broken fountain in the middle. The ground becomes a bit paved, and again, it's quite eerie. It's quite cold here, and you're now basically beneath the cliff face. You can now, looking up, just peer the southeastern tower on the top of a cliff, which is looks to be about 100 or 200 foot high. And currently these ruins are like at the bank of it. So if you look on the map, you can probably get a better idea of what I mean.
These at 3?
Well, you guys are kind of... No. You see how there's a cliff there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can look up and you can see the top of a cliff. And the ruins nearby. There's about 4 or 6 buildings that you seem you could probably enter if you were wanting to.
Well, this is cool. Anyway, we got a dragon, so I guess we don't really need anything that's in here. And we got this gem that was Lothlander's. I say we take it back to an artificer or some shit.
Nah, more stuff.
More things.
More stuff.
Let's keep exploring.
And I
Let's
look
go
at
into a
and I
building.
look at a camera and I go, well, that's just how life is, I guess. And I follow them.
So you guys move towards one of the buildings, and right now this one's quite tall. It's probably like a tower, perhaps.
Wow.
As you enter, you can see the place is just decrepit. Like no one's touched this in quite some time. You can see overturned benches. You can see wardrobes that are splintered, and you see a spiral staircase that seems to be climbing up as well. That kind of like banks against the wall.
Cool.
All
Let's
right.
go to the top.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
Continuing up, at the first level, you see a small chest.
Investigate.
Cool. So you go into the chest.
5.
5.
Investigate.
What exactly are you doing
Power
before you just
Rangers.
yell investigate?
I want to just go up to it and be like, what's in the chest?
Cool. So you try to open the chest.
Yeah.
So you go to see if it's locked. It's unlocked. So you open it up,
It's a mimic.
and you see there's
Called it.
you see there's fabrics in. There's a few, small trinkets, rusted things, nothing of worth at the top level.
Okay.
As you dig down, you can see
I don't dig, I pull out. I'm just throwing shit out.
buried beneath. You see a small medallion.
Ooh. What this?
And you pull it out. It's got this chain on it. It's kind of this circular. Kind of looks a bit like the Eye of Amanthul from Doctor Strange. It's this ornate round gold framed gem in the middle.
The Eye of Agamotto?
Yeah.
Is it magic? Can I shake it and be like, magic?
You shake it.
Magic?
Nothing seems to happen.
Magic?
I'm going to roll a perception check to see if there are any mimics in here.
Drop. There's only one chest that you've opened.
Oh,
There's no other
there's
chest.
nothing else?
The staircase continues up.
Can I roll a history about that in regards to what the
Medallion?
cleric told us about?
So you want to think back on what you've.
been told.
Yeah, I can recap it for you. So essentially, you've been told that Lothlander perhaps. Well, you've been told that the artifact that Lothlander used, the Ioun Stones, the little round thing that he summoned all the shadows with, perhaps originated from the ruins, because there's a lot of lost artifacts in this area. So,
Yeah, dude, we gotta search everything. There's gonna be heaps of cool shit.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna, because mimics can be doors, they can be anything. So I'm gonna just roll a general investigation
Cool.
check. What's a 2, so.
Don't say shit. What do I put
Yeah,
this? What do I put this medallion
you can
down
say.
as?
Medallion, question mark.
Not the Eye of Agamotto,
No, unfortunately not.
but that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Does it let me control time? Was that the whole gimmick of that film?
So you guys are currently in the first level.
Kidney stone.
You hear a gust of wind.
Oh, I hope it's a fucking spook again.
Is it another dragon?
Is it a dragon?
The pseudo dragon kind of no, definitely not.
Is it a shadow? A scary one that could
It
kill us?
Doesn't know.
It brings out its tail and tries to flex it.
Danger? Danger boy, you smell danger?
5 letters. 5 words. Film. Book.
Mm.
We'll pick this up later.
Monster.
Mm.
Dead monster?
Mm.
Okay, I say we hide.
Alright.
Roll
Yeah,
stealth
let's
check.
hide!
Roll stealth checks.
19!
4.
16.
What a moment.
You know what? Never mind.
What did you get?
16.
16.
19!
19.
4.
4.
2.
2.
I become a door!
No. It's 5. I was just playing it up.
Gregory stands behind
Oh, no. Gregory goes to put himself in the chest, puts his foot in, and is like, wait, I'm too small.
Everyone looks around. I have a lamp over my head. I'm just standing as still as possible.
You hear the same, and you hear something land.
What is it?
And you can hear something downstairs begin climbing the stairs.
Oh my god!
Can we go up the stairs
Let's go up
and
the
jump out?
Okay, let's run up the stairs. We're running up the stairs.
Run up the stairs, and you hear now the footsteps go louder.
Stealth check.
Everyone roll
Stealth check.
initiative.
No, one more stealth
Wait.
check. What? I'm stealth first, still, aren't I? I got a 19.
You guys are currently running upstairs. It's a bit hard to stealth.
Is there a window?
There's like slits, you know how like guard slits?
I attempt to shove myself through.
You look down, you're about 30 feet up.
I'm shoving.
Everyone roll initiative.
I'll cop the down.
What is
God damn
You don't know
it?
yet.
17. 18. Sorry.
Alright, before you get numbers, let me get it. 20 to 25.
18. No, that's.
20 to 25.
No.
15 to 20.
Yeah, that's me. Sorry.
18. You got 18. Jesus. Jesus is crazy.
10 to 15.
I got 13. What'd she get?
5 to 10.
6.
That's a 16.
No.
Oh, Olivia.
Olivia.
I'm
You've
about to
done
get.
messed up.
William.
Okay, Ron.
William, you're running up the stairs.
Yeah.
Greg, you're running up the stairs. Alipine running up the stairs. And you see arising from beneath. Let me get the page number.
Biggest pseudo dragon. It's not.
It's the ghost of our Christmases past, rising up as tall as a towering tree, and he urges us to think about the family left.
A manticore.
No.
A manticore?
Oh, that's sick.
That's awful.
It's
that
Oh.
That's so bad,
That's
dude.
very, very bad.
Look at it.
It's extremely bad news.
It,
like a
it
lion
begins climbing
dragon.
up the stairs, and you can
No.
see these claws, this
No.
beast look at you, this
No.
long barbed tail that gnashes in the air, and these large wings that cover its back and flip out and begin grabbing onto the wall as it climbs up,
We are
and its
so
large mouth that
fucked.
opens and just gapes, and these large teeth and spikes that almost like a mane from a tiger arc out and begin gnashing
We're
towards you
so
two.
fucked.
Woo!
What
I'm further away than everyone though.
D&D.
William.
William, it's your turn. You guys are currently climbing up stairs that are about 6 feet wide. There's a level down below you, and it's beneath that level. So it's about, here's the level that you're on with the chest. It's about here. You guys are here. The second level is currently there. To get up to the second level will take like 20 feet of movement.
There better be some sick shit up there.
What are you doing?
I'm going to get as far away as I can whilst still casting a witch bolt onto it.
You don't have line of sight.
But
Oh,
so
you just saw it, of course. Of
No,
course
because
you
we're
do.
on a circular staircase.
But there's a level between you. So yeah, you
Yeah,
currently
so I
can
can
just see
get
it.
up there and cast.
So you
down
see
there.
it now, yeah. You can see it just arcing up now and it's looking up towards you.
And that means that like I'm witch bolting it, so like when it moves, I can still
Correct.
see it. Yeah.
So at the stair, you plant your butt against one of the walls and you just begin.
And I can't use my thing 'cause it's already
Real
worried.
But
Oh, I don't like when Julian rolls as well.
Give me the player's handbook.
Yeah. Okay.
What'd you get?
6.
6. So you arc out, and it just arcs against the wall. As you try to bring it down, it dissipates and doesn't connect. However,
Impotent fucking wizard ever, dude.
You speak now.
Or forever haunted.
Yeah, just wait.
Mate,
Just you. Wait.
hey, make sure you're marking off those spell slots. Cause
Yeah, I've only got I got 2 left on my 2s and 2 of my 1s left.
Time to find out
one
what
of my kids.
happened.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna run out of spells today.
Oh,
No.
Oh. So as you cast Witch Bolt, you see your hands begin to disappear.
Whoa!
Again?
What?
But instead of just yourself, everyone
Whoa!
Oh, do we blink?
all become invisible.
Ah! Boomer will live! Boomer will live! Say it again! Say it in potent! I didn't say that, I said impotent! That's fair.
Whoa!
Damn, dude!
So as you begin going invisible, this large flash, and you all just disappear.
Damn,
you
Bill,
look in
back
front of
at it
you, and you
again.
can't see yourself, and you can't see anyone else, but you can still you can still hear them breathing. I guess you know they're still there. You haven't disappeared from the plane. Cool. That ends your turn, Gregory.
Hello?
Are you guys still speaking? Being character.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What are you doing, Gregory?
Okay, I'm just. I sort of whisper, keep running, and I run up the stairs.
And I'm like,
Sure.
now you know how I feel!
Running up the stairs, you get to the second platform, and here there's a opening where the stone has broken, and you can see now that the path continues along the cliffside, and it kind of keeps going up against it.
I'm gonna whisper,
don't go down the path.
Come, or like before, I'm gonna like one back sword and whisper down. Don't run down the path. Come to the side of the wall.
Cool. So you run up the stairs, see the path, and you just bank around.
Yeah.
The wind's very strong up here. You're about 40 feet up at this point.
Yeah.
You can see down now. The canopy's like
Yeah. So there's like an
by
obvious
the wall.
path to go down, and I'm
Correct.
gonna tell everyone to like stay
Yeah, yeah.
around.
I like it.
Nice.
Next turn,
Is there any
Alupine.
cool chests or anything?
Hey, Will. Wait.
Alupine, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm running. I'm fine. I'm stout of heart. I'm fine. And I heed to Gregory's advice.
You run up little gnome legs, and you just like you have to like clamber up almost to get out, and you run around the side next to Greg. You can feel him there. The Manticore
Oh god.
looks up. Tries to smell you.
Oh, no.
Wait, did you blink Puck as well? Is Puck
Yeah,
okay?
Puck and
Fernando.
are invisible as well.
Sometimes we forget
I
about
forget
it.
about Fernando.
Not Puff.
No,
never
never
Puff.
forgotten about Puck.
Never
It's
in my
Fernando.
life would I ever forget about Puck.
We'll never forget.
Fernando could get fucked.
Oh man. Guys, I think we're gonna have to stop adventuring. I can't. Dying.
And slowly begins moving up the stairs, and it just looks at every single inch, and it gets as far, and it stops dead in front of you, Livia.
Oh,
And it's just
lit. Okay, well if it's dead in front of me, you know.
and it just continues to look around,
Ah!
but it's right there. Fernando, you can hear a slight guitar string as he's like.
Oh my god!
Yes, Fernando.
And a bit of sort of yellowy liquid.
You see the water drip up the stairs. He comes up. You feel Puck leave. No, Puck's on your shoulders. So Puck just stays there, feeling the sense of dread.
And I'm sort of like holding like a boombox.
Cool.
At the moment.
That's fine. Livia,
Cool. So, I guess if it's right in front
roll
of me.
a stealth check
Oh,
for
Jesus.
your footsteps, because I assume you'd like to be as quiet as
Jeezy
possible.
McCreasy.
With advantage, because you
You're a
are
rogue
invisible.
and you're invisible.
No.
With advantage.
Yeah, you
Can she have
fucking
double
want it to be
advantage?
advantage. 2! It's
3 plus what?
plus 2. It's a 5.
As,
Worst
as
rogue
you
ever.
begin,
Advantage. Well, no,
as you
plus,
begin
like,
moving-
plus your stealth.
That was plus my stealth.
as you begin
Don't you have
moving, it
proficiency?
and just claws out into the air.
Ooh.
If you're invisible,
Ooh.
rolls have disadvantage.
Yeah, this is going to have disadvantage, that manticore.
Fuck.
How big's the room? Are we like flush against walls? With it in the room with us?
12 to hit.
It doesn't hit.
Oh.
Boomer will live.
So it claws against the air, trying to think like he heard something, and you just manage to duck out of the way, and it continues to.
I mean, if it's literally right in front of me, I might have.
You're 5 feet away at this
Take
point.
my headshot if I can get it. You know?
Wait,
Oh,
but
no,
your
you
stealth
can't.
roll. Your stealth roll was to go up the stairs. Never mind, doesn't matter.
Yeah, well.
I was. Okay,
No,
then
no, no,
fine.
no, no, no.
Then fine. Then I'm going up the stairs.
What are you doing, Livia?
Ruin your beautiful game. Then I'm gonna go. Up
It is
the
your.
stairs.
Yeah, do
I'm
you.
going
No,
up
no,
the
do
stairs.
do whatever you
I'm going
want.
up the stairs.
You're going up the stairs. So
I'm
you
going up the stairs.
walk up the stairs.
I could have killed this for you, but I'm going up the stairs.
You go up the stairs and you bank around the side.
Yeah.
You wait a moment. You hear the footsteps. Comes up.
How high is this off the ground?
40 feet.
40 feet.
If it fell, would it die?
It's got wings, my dude.
No, but just if it fell.
It's got wings.
No, but if it.
William, what do you think?
No, if we cut its wings
got
off.
like,
the
just-
it's a
I don't
cat
know.
with
This is a
wings.
game.
You dropped a
Find
cat
out what
out of a
happens.
window.
Okay, I have an
Then do it.
idea.
It would
Then
I
do
have
the
an
idea.
Sorry?
Then do the idea.
No, I need to wait.
Cool. So it looks like its wings stretch out and it flies off.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Okay.
I faint.
As it flies off. No, wait. Is it going to come back? Do you guys think I should cast sleep on it and be out?
Oh, yeah! Love your
No.
work.
No,
That's
no.
like HP based, and the manticores are
If it
fun.
was gonna eat us, it was gonna eat us to live. You know, it wasn't being menacing. It just had to eat to survive. We shouldn't kill it for doing what
And
it's
also, I
supposed
don't
to
think it
do.
would work.
If we can't apply morality in different ways to monsters, because I've been grappling with this since the get-go. When do we spare
Look,
them?
no,
When
there's
don't
nothing for me to
When
gain
they're
here.
actively trying to attack us, like they're in the
Manticore,
room.
this is the very first sentence. A monster in every sense of the word. A manticore has a vaguely humanoid head, the body of a lion, and the wings of a dragon. A bristling mane stretches down the creature's back, and its long tail ends in a cluster of deadly spikes that can impale prey at impressive range. Evil predators. Manticores are fierce killers that hunt far and wide for prey.
No, I need my spell slots.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, are you saying that? Are you saying this in character that you want to cast? Sleep?
Yeah.
It's like
Don't.
it's about 40 feet away.
Do it.
Don't
Don't cast
50
it.
feet.
Don't do it. There's no
60
point.
feet.
Okay, I'm fine.
Because it won't work.
And it flies
And the
away.
manticore will go, oh, who did that?
I was gonna do it with like disguised spells, so it wouldn't hear me.
What are you doing? It's currently about 100 feet away, just out of your vision.
Hey, I have a super better idea. How about we loot more stuff?
Yeah. We
I
loot.
know how to appease.
While we're invisible, we start looting.
There's nothing on this level, but the
Oh,
path continues up. At
Up
this
we
point,
go.
you're traveling up towards probably the southeastern tower,
Cool.
out of the ruins.
Off we trot then.
Oh, out of the ruins.
Hmm.
Ooh.
So you're climbing the cliff face. You know the
Yeah,
have
right.
you seen Lord of the Rings when they're
Yes.
Yeah.
camped on the top and they go up that steady slope like that?
Right.
Should we go
Essentially like
back
that.
and find more shit, or are we
That's-
gonna get fought by another manticore?
No, let's go.
If we go back, yeah.
Yo, let's go back and get more shit.
All right.
Let's go back.
This
into the
seems
ruins.
like humorous, but
Yeah.
sure.
No. We're not going back to get more shit. We're going back to uncover the mysteries of the ruin.
He's not wrong. We did.
And on the way,
We get
Get
There's
more
more shit. So wait, so the tower's like here, right? And if we were to climb the
The
cliff
tower
face-
is an actual point on the map.
Well,
Oh.
this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were in here.
Yeah, you are, but you're climbing out of it at this point.
Oh, so we could go from here to the eastern tower.
Correct.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Who's
do
the
it.
eastern tower?
Well, you know that it's populated by the mages of the Ulster Towers who
Ooh.
align themselves with Magus Urel, and as a part of to magical protection, the towers, the southeast and the northern, the one you guys went to in the Orcish encampment, help protect the Harbinger Tourney through magical means, essentially.
Well, they're not doing a very good job, are they?
are they?
I mean, these are the runes of death. Like, it's pretty well
You
worn.
did just escape a manticore as well. Like, you did pretty well.
Pretty well.
Pretty well.
I reckon. Well, we can come back through the runes on our way back.
Yeah, cool.
Let's do that.
well, sure. So we're going to the tower and then doing a Yui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fanging you.
Alright.
We've come this far. We might as well see.
So you begin climbing up. You go left, and you turn right. The wind begins to howl at your cloaks, and you find it hard at some points. You have to grab onto the side. Can I get everyone to make an acrobatics check? Not to stay on, just to see how well you can navigate the terrain in the time given.
18.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
Plus 2. It's a 3.
No, it's just the one.
No.
It's just a 1.
Okay, fine.
18.
Oh,
You're not
9.
falling down. It's just like so you manage to do it okay. Olivia at some points trips over her fabrics, and she has to like.
Actually, how long does the invisibility spell last?
That's a good
we
question.
still-
Because I think maybe we might not be able to see where our hands are exactly. So we're sort of just like guessing.
You
This
cast
is
invisibility.
terrifying.
So what's the spell time?
I'd say a minute.
It'll be a minute.
Yeah, it would fade by now. Plus, as well, like when you're climbing things, I feel like the invisibility would fade.
Can we have a little arpin?
So you.
Alright, 9.
So as you guys are climbing at points, Liver, you could trip a little bit, and you have to catch yourself. You have to take a moment to rest and just
I'm dragging the team down.
just like think about it. At most points, you do that. It takes the better part about an hour to climb up this cliff face to go up the sides.
Mission Impossible Tom Cruise.
Can we talk as we do it?
Of course you can.
So, you know how I've been telling you guys about not really knowing what's going on?
Yes.
I just don't know what's going on. I've got
I
this.
like put like I get reach down my hand, I get a little more chalk,
Yeah.
and I just sort of.
Um,
From your rock climbing.
but I asked them. I said when I was dead back there for a second,
Yeah.
I heard a voice. Is that normal?
I was singing. It was mighty. You should have heard me. It was a guitar riff. And I was like, William!
Hey, it's Fernando, shut the fuck up. Sorry. William, what did the voice say?
It said like, oh, hard to remember. It said, yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'm like 20 feet behind this point. I got you now.
I've got you now. Oh, is it like a song lyric or something?
I don't
Who was
know.
Fernando?
Kind of sounded like my dad.
I got you now.
No.
Yeah. Now.
Isn't that what those assholes said when they burst out of the bush? We've got you now.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
the
like
ones
sounds like
trying-
a death thing.
Yeah.
Like a misery vex or whatever the fuck those guys are.
Yeah.
Well, you know, those
Misery
drow didn't really look like the misery bag. They looked like something different. They didn't have the same attire.
Well,
So-
no, but it was described to me as
Every
Misery
band's got
bags.
its groupies.
No, one of them was dressed in misery vex. The two drow
Oh.
were in different robes.
okay. Well, yeah.
I got one of the money pouches, and this is the symbol that's on it.
What does it say?
The symbol.
What is the symbol, Fernando? Don't blue ball us. Come on.
You've been to the Underdark? You know the Underdark?
Have I been to the
Oh,
Underdark?
here we go.
Jeez, I spent the first.
Oh, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I've been to the Underdark.
The first time you saw it,
What,
light, you were a man.
But have you? Have you?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend. Juragar.
Who? What?
Juragar. Height difference. Like a fire dwarf.
Oh, she was a fire dwarf.
Well,
Was? Being
was a
pretty
fire
word?
dwarf.
What happened to
Whoa.
her, friend?
What'd you do?
We're no longer going out.
She
Does
said
that
Oh,
make her
scared?
no longer
It's
a
the
fire
symbol-
I
Well-
sometimes get wrong my tenses.
It's a symbol of a spider.
Ah, a drow spider.
Care to enlighten?
No.
You know it as the spider of Lolth.
Spider of Lolth.
There are a lot of cults in the Underdark that worship Lolth, the Spider Queen, and many
Ooh.
that wish to become one with her, such as Drydas, half spider, half human, and to appease her wishes. That is
Like
to.
fairies.
I think she's the goddess of war.
Yeah, no, you a guy. Half spider, half man.
Wow.
Was he hot?
How many
Yeah.
legs did he have?
4.
Anyway, but no, this is the
I feel like
symbol
it'd be
that
6.
I
was
found
about
on
to
the
say, it would be
cultist.
6.
So I don't know what it means. I was
7.
just curious.
Yeah, 5.
That's all. It's
One
interesting.
human leg,
No, it is strange.
4 spider.
Anyway, nothing we can do about it now that we're still on the cliff, so I say we keep climbing.
Cool.
Did you actually think it was your dad's voice?
4
Finny?
legs, shoe
I don't know. I
One
haven't
of
seen my
them.
dad for ages, and like everyone who's grumpy kind of sounds like him.
Oh my gosh.
When was the last time you saw your dad?
Like a year and a half ago. It's fine.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, so a year and a half's a while to not see your dad.
19.
We're not playing the Oppression Olympics, Gregory. We get it. You had a rough childhood.
I mean, I don't really care. He's kind of a dick.
We've all got our problems, Gregory. We'll unpack them when we're not literally on a cliff face, Gregory.
I think this
I
is
get
the
more
right
short.
place.
And just keep going.
But there's a single tear. Just going down.
Alright, well, I let this one rest. I'm like, okay, that's enough about me. You get a little uncomfortable.
As you continue climbing, you get to it's like about an hour. You clamber to the top, and there's a staircase that can be seen dug into the wall. It rises high, and at the top you see the familiar sight of the southeastern tower. You can. It's about 60 to 100 feet away, between some shrubs and some trees.
I kick every shrub.
I'm gonna do a perception check to see if there's any like traps or something
Yeah.
like that,
Good idea, friend.
or any hidden peoples.
I do.
Alright, so
no,
I'm gonna roll a
That is
perception
a
check.
12.
I assist with this because I did this before.
So Gregory is
and
looking
it
around,
worked.
and everyone's like, you know what? I don't want to get jumped again. I'm gonna look around.
Yeah. Oh, I got a 5.
11, 12.
Oh no, I didn't. I got a 13. Sorry.
Oh, 11.
Puck and Fernando both seems like not landing
Plus.
anything. Who was the highest?
What, 14?
14. You look around, you can see there's like tracks in between the shrubbery, there's trees, but there's nothing like traps or anything like that. So you guys continue forward. What does catch your eye though are ravens circling the tower.
Oh, ravens eat flesh. Rather than,
All the mages.
As you approach, you can hear the sounds
They don't
of
eat flesh though.
you can hear the sounds of someone talking.
It's on.
And you can see, as you break through the forest line, just in the outskirts, you can see some people talking in a language you don't quite understand. There's some ravens that feast on a nearby mound, and the smell of death chokes the air.
Well, do you know what language we speak?
Does anyone speak Abyssal?
Yeah, fair enough.
I do know what you speak.
Now that you said that, what do they look like, Julian?
They're humanoid figures. A group of
Speaking
12
abyssal.
a group of 12 figures in familiar cultist garbs emerge, flanked by 2 hellhounds.
Ooh.
They talk in an unknown tongue as they shoo the ravens away and begin loading a nearby wagon with the mound, which can be now seen as corpses.
Ooh.
Blood-soaked blood-soaked robes littered amongst the pile, similar to that of what Magus Urel used to wear.
Oh.
And you guys are currently on the outskirts, and the 12 of them are just heaving bodies onto the wagon. And you can see the hellhounds, these large, monstrous dogs with this mouth that when they open, you can see fire and like red come out. And they're
So
looking
it's yeah, it's not looking great.
And there's 6 of us.
I've got that piece of paper that I can use to communicate with Magus Urel on. Can I just send her a
You sure can.
you
Yeah.
okay? We're at the
South
Southeast
Tower.
Tower.
So you
Lots
guys
of
take
people are
a
dead.
few
and
steps
it looks
back.
grim.
So what are you sending exactly?
Hey,
Babe.
hey,
You up?
Magus, you okay? We at Southeast Tower, and it looked grim. WBU. What
The
about
fact that Julian is writing this down means it's going to be intercepted by someone.
Hey Magus, you okay? We are at the Southeast Tower.
And it looks pretty grim.
Can we be more specific than grim?
People who wear your robes are dead. Are you also dead?
Hope not. EXO.
Hope
Lunch?
not. Hope
Lunch
not.
soon?
Hope not. Winky face. XOXO.
People who
Serena
wear
Van
your
Olsen.
your robes are dead.
Yeah.
Hope, robes are dead.
Hope you
Are we
okay.
hiding, by the way? Can we hide?
Yeah, can we do a little high?
Roll stealth check. I assume like you're naturally like you're quite far away at this point, and they seem more or less not looking out.
14.
Not really expecting.
Fine.
Plus, what's self plus?
Dex.
Oh, fucking yeah, 17. Hidden as fuck.
18, but it's just like, it's a group stealth check, so
Yeah.
most of us.
That's right. Most of you like manage to keep your breath down. And you wait for a moment. Hey Magus, you okay? I did. You okay? Like you okay?
Yeah,
and we are at SE
Yeah.
I thought
We
you
at SE
Tower, and it looks grim. People who wear your robes are dead.
Not our fault.
So you write that down, and as you like take away the quill, the words begin to dissipate, and you put it back, stays there. But as you take it away further enough, the message just
Where does it go?
So
it just like crumples into itself, kind of like when you apparate in Harry Potter. It's like
Oh, does the paper go as
It's
well?
nothing.
paper goes as well.
Oh damn it! That was my one paper. Shit.
Hey, you
Let's
make
put
good
another
use of
one.
it.
Yeah.
That-
Obviously, I will.
Disappears, and you wait, and you see them still talking amongst themselves, and they're loading the corpses up. The wagon gets about like, at least like 20 bodies that are piled on.
They took out 20 pretty powerful mages. What a
You notice
six.
that some of them are also their own corpses. Like
Oh,
it's both
right, yeah,
themselves,
so they put up a
like
fight.
their own, them, the hellhounds, there's 2 dogs that are chucked on the wagon too.
Oh.
They're proper
Bad
like
dogs.
they're like
Hellhound dogs.
Dogs.
Still a dog.
And-
Little dogs is dogs.
Not hellhounds.
Yeah,
they
they're dogs, sorry.
get about 6 of them each, get on one end of the wagon, and begin pulling it down, basically past out of view. About 5 minutes pass, and you can see them about 200 feet out, and they keep walking.
Okay, Gregory has a theory. And I'd suggest that maybe a demonic entity is controlling these people or controlling the situation and is trying to cause a ruckus at the Harbinger's Tourney. So I say we should inform the proper authorities and get the fuck out of here.
Or we fight everyone.
When have the proper authorities done literally anything for us?
Yeah, but we can't fight demon or demons.
I'm just saying we just wait until we
Okay,
suss
yeah.
some things out.
Wait
more.
until we hear from Magus Urel.
Yeah,
And if she's dead,
then we bounce.
then we spend another hour climbing down. or we fucking abseil down.
None of us have any rope.
Ah,
You have 1 foot
of course.
During this conversation, you notice someone stumble out of the tower. You can see he's clutching his side and just walking out, and just collapses on the ground.
Oh,
Alright.
Hey, what's going on?
You guys are like still like
far
Okay, you know what? I was made. I gambled and I lost.
It carries on the wind.
Can
Should
we
we
see
slowly
who this
approach?
person is?
Yeah, as you guys approach, you can see that he's got robes similar to that of Magus Urel's.
What's up, my dude?
Running over, you see he looks up, and you can see this poison is seeping up his neck and his mouth.
Can I try and heal him
Yeah.
with healing word? Does the book go?
Dad, is everyone I flirt with gonna die?
Thanks.
It's beautiful.
Julian, I have a surprise for you.
What's this?
Um,
No, it's not.
you. So yeah, you walk over to this man, and you've seen him before. He was at the Western Tower when a lot were called to help with the Orcish threat. And so you've seen him around. He's just currently all his poison up his phone. And as you go to hold your holy symbol to heal him, he is. Oh, it's too late.
Only some way to help you. I'll have you
Save them.
Save who?
It's our call to adventure.
And with that,
Yeah.
we'll close the session.
Yep.
You're kidding me.
I told you it would end on a cliffhanger.
They're not gonna tell everyone.
They are gonna
tell
exactly
everyone.
They're going
gonna
to
do.
tell the proper authorities.
Oh my god.
I train my crossbow on Gregory.
If you shoot me,
I
you
get ready
might
to
park.
witchbolt the
I
guards.
would never shoot.
Oh, I cast command on the guards.
Which one?
Both of them. I'm sure you can do it as a group.